Hello and welcome
Hello.
to High Rollers, where I am in charge. And I have new people with me.
It's a strong term.
I am Chris Trott, the Silver Judge for today. In Dusk City Outlaws, it's a different kind of system. You'll get used to it, don't worry. And I am joined by Mark Humes, the shittiest player. Tash, you may not have seen before.
Hopefully not the shittiest.
Well, great to have you here. Nina, who you've probably seen
Hi.
before.
Yeah.
And Thomas.
Hello.
Thomas Hazel.
Hello.
So today,
Hasty put together crew of we need to play
Criminals.
Dusk City. Tom and Tess, are you free?
I'm always free for you.
Yeah.
Mark.
We know you have nothing better to do.
Wow.
Dusk City Outlaws has come out now. It used to be a Kickstarter by Rodney Thompson.
We played it a few times.
We played it a
on
few
Jingle
times.
Jam last year.
Yeah, and also for Hat Films.
Hat Films.
I GM'd one of them a while ago, and Nina was in it.
Yes.
You were there, and you were there.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, and I've totally brushed up on the rules since, and it's going to go fine. However, Dusk City Outlaws is basically, think Ocean's 11 meets Dishonored meets Vienna. So it's all set in a place called New Dunhaven.
Look at his notes, quick!
Oh.
New Dunhaven, which is basically Vienna, and it is very much Dishonored. Not so gory, not so horrible.
Yeah.
And there's the thing called the
Push those notes back.
Thank you.
Damn it. Yeah.
Good guy, Tash.
All the territories are owned and controlled by cartels. I believe there are. How many are there?
8.
8 cartels. Thank you, Tash.
Damn, girl,
Don't say
on
much about this.
They each
Because
have.
Tash actually remembers things, unlike you fuckers every week.
I remember stuff sometimes.
So these eight cartels, they all have different territories, turfs, specialties, motives, and methods. They're all bound together by the agreement. It's a the arrangement, sorry. An agreement negotiated between all the cartels to preserve themselves against too much infighting. And these cartels realize that they have enough enemies without warring with one another. So they all want the same thing, to get rich.
Yes, the dollar.
So the cartels agree to respect one another's turf, and while they allow some bickering and fighting, the arrangement forbids large-scale conflict. And as a result of this, when a job needs doing, the cartels send one of each member to get the job done, and that's what you guys are. So, to begin, we need to make characters.
Yeah.
And
You also need to tell us what job we're doing.
yes, before you choose said characters, I'll give you a very brief, I know you've already had a look, to get the stream going.
Behind the curtain.
This job is called the kidnapping job.
Oh, snap.
I'm sure that sounds
Basic
great on the
premise is this job involves kidnapping a young, noble scion and smuggling him out of the city for an assassination attempt.
Oh, we're
Nice.
saving him. Okay.
Didn't know there were Cylons in this game.
Scion.
Oh, sorry.
Silence. Goddamn toasters. Gotta roll a hard 6. I actually did roll
Nice.
a hard 6.
On a 10.
On a D10.
You guys have already had a look. Basically, they have
Still a hard 6.
a load of
Still wins.
cartels and a load of classes, I guess they're called.
Yeah, specialization.
Specializations,
Yeah.
which is basically like cleaver, cleaner, basher, fortune teller, that kind of stuff.
Butcher.
And the cartel are the
Basher.
cartels.
Yeah.
They influence like where you're conspicuous, also what traits and unique skills you have. So you combine those two together. We're also going to play with an optional rule today, which we haven't done yet.
No.
Which is quirks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can
This is
add
all from the actual final game. They've added a ton of new, if you watch the previous streams, by the way, there's a bunch of new cartels, factions, and specializations, some of which we're going to be playing today as well.
the box has so much stuff in it.
Yeah.
the best.
And it's got like nice physical things, like physical coins
Yeah.
and cards
Yeah.
and dice and stuff.
You'll get the game as we go along. So will I.
Do you want me to do the shuffling while you explain stuff?
So,
'Cause we have
hand out-
announcements to do as well, Chris Trott.
We do?
Important High Rollers channel announcements.
Yes, we do.
You may be wondering why this isn't High Rollers as it normally is. Well, we're on a break right now because we're starting a very, very special new campaign! Campaign 2! New campaign! Erois starts next Sunday. It's 1 week left,
Life
Mark.
first.
Where can they find out more information about Erois in the 10 days leading up to campaign 2?
Glad you asked, Mark, because there's so many places you can catch up. One is on our Twitter at HighRollersDND, which is basically the hub where we link everything.
Yeah.
2, we have this channel right here where you can check the VODs out. 3, we have a new channel, twitch.tv/HighRollersDND. It's a new Twitch where we'll be streaming
He thinks
High
we're
Rollers.
YouTubing this. He thinks this is
Yeah.
being recorded.
4, we have a YouTube channel too.
Yay!
YouTube.com/C/HighRollersDND.
You can just
Why
do
want you to put the C in there?
You don't have to.
Question mark.
You can just do youtube.com/HighRollersDND.
Yes.
On
Where
our
we are
Twitter.
in the middle of a 10-day countdown.
That's right, Tom. Thank you. And we're on day 8.
7.
Is this what it's
7.
like when I'm trying to do announcements?
Yeah.
and
It is a week
interrupting
from now,
me?
you're right. 7.
I suppose.
Nina's done all the assets for us. Thank you, Nina.
You're welcome.
And we have 7 days left of a video every day of a new thing, new character maybe, new bits of information about Erois being leaked out to you. So please check out our YouTube channel for that and all the previous ones. Mark's done a lovely introduction to the world of Erois. There's been a character reveal
New
already.
video today went out at 3 o'clock.
Yes,
Races of
there was.
Erois.
All about the races.
Yep.
Is there a character tomorrow?
There might be.
Oh.
There might be.
Well,
So-
we have to keep your eyes
Get
peeled.
hyped. Please subscribe to all those things, and I look forward to it next week.
July 1st, next week.
We've
Same-
done our session 0
Yeah.
as well. We did a little dry run.
It was a total TPK as well.
We
So
went in
we had
dry.
to make whole new
All new
characters.
characters. Yeah.
What does that mean, TPK?
Total party kill.
Yeah.
Everybody
Oh.
dies.
Yeah, not
Is
good.
that a thing that
No,
happened?
that didn't actually happen.
It was really good.
It does happen in D&D, but not in that game.
Wow, that sucks.
So, yeah.
Could you just imagine?
Yeah.
It would more suck for you to do
I
all the
mean-
artwork again.
Trott,
Yeah, do you remember how annoying it
yourself.
was having to do bloody Elic or whatever his name was?
Elic and...
Eric.
Eric the Ostrich. Right.
They both
Sorry,
died.
you had to do the announcements because it's very important we do those.
So everybody takes 3 of those quirk cards, draw them, and then pick one and put the rest back.
Okay.
And
We'll
this
start with Tash.
Tash,
Take
Yeah.
3, pick 1.
Queen.
pick one trait that will be added to your personality or character. It might
So
be something
these
useful.
are negative, positive?
Mainly positive, I believe. They normally give you a unique thing.
3.
Basically, the way this
Just
game
fleshes
works.
out your character a bit.
The way this game works is in segments.
Fuck, these are
ordinance.
cool.
So, once they get the broker to tell them what the job is all about, they'll have a 15-minute real-time planning session where they all get together in their little crew hideout and figure out how the fuck they're going to get the job done. This job in particular,
in here.
this job has 4 segments, so it has a daytime, nighttime segment. That 4th nighttime segment is when the actual job needs to be done. And they can spend the rest of the 3 segments either planning more, so another 15 minutes, or going and doing legwork, where everybody gets a scene and they get to each go out to a place and figure out something or do something to help them with the final scene.
You'll figure it out. You'll see
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll all figure it out, including me, as we go.
as we go. So everyone's got their quirks. And normally you'd also, we pick our specializations, but we've already done that because we did that before the stream.
So, they are criminals, yes, but they're nice criminals. They're not bad people. They're just the right kind of people.
Are
And
we or
Firefly,
might not be?
think Firefly. Like, you just kind of,
We
you get some
we
dirt.
could be Firefly, yeah.
That kind of,
But we're kidnapping a guy.
for a good reason.
We're
They're going to get assassinated.
Okay.
So it's not that bad.
If it was Hitler, would you not kidnap him?
Oh,
That's
I would.
what it comes
I
down
mean,
to.
yeah, that's a good point.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that.
I'd kidnap Hitler. Sure. Carry on.
Anyway,
It is a beautiful,
Weird chain you were taking us down there, Tash.
it's not always bad, not always bad.
it's a beautiful summer's day.
Nice.
The summer sun is shining brightly down on New Dunhaven. And every beautiful heist or criminal film starts with a montage scene. So this is a moment where the agent that's going to give you the job comes to you in your specific locale. So I'm going to go through each one of you. Who wants to start and describe their character, where they are right now, just before they get the job given to them by an agent? And we're going to go to Mark, because he's pretty good at it.
Okay.
So, Mark.
So we see it is
Also, just saying, if it's really, really good,
yeah.
I might give you an influence.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. We see what is the signs of a small back alley in New Dunhaven, in a fairly well-to-do district, actually. It is a dark alleyway, and you can see that there is the signs of a very, very vicious murder or an assassination. Bodies, blood, there is traumatized witnesses, and the Crown's Guard, the city guard are there trying to kind of condole it. And then just walking down, kind of mists kind of coalescing around the bottom of a white
Very summary.
robe.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. In the hot sun, summer sun, walking down the street in a white robe, kind of just brushing along the bottom of the cobblestones, you see a woman in priestess robes of the Silver Judge, glorious faith of New Dunhaven. And when she arrives, the guards kind of cast her a curious glimpse. She has quiet words in their ears, and then they suddenly go pale and leave the scene. The witnesses are given coins or prayer books and sent on their way to new lives. And then she puts down a large bag, which is kind of like got a priestly kind of garb around it, and opens it up. And then you see just cleaning up the scene, basically getting rid of blood, getting rid of bodies, using holy censers to kind of lift the smell from the area. And yeah, getting rid of the crime scene.
What is your name?
I am Sister Grace Goddard of the Silver Judge.
Grace Goddard.
Yeah, Sister Grace.
And as you are sweeping up the
Sister
streets,
Grace, I need to try and get into this voice a little more.
you hear some echoing, like, footsteps. Very clacky, like high heels.
Finish putting a body part in the bin, like spraying chemicals.
Very quiet,
Yeah.
but you hear this clacking coming
Thick
towards,
leather gloves.
echoing throughout the corridor of the alleyway. Miss Goddard.
Turn around.
You turn around,
Yep.
and you see a beautiful, elegant woman.
Oh.
In very fine silks, staring back at you.
Good day, my lady. I'm afraid that this is not such a place to be wandering alone.
Oh, I won't be wandering alone for very long, for you will be joining me, as the arrangement has called for you.
Well, you know that the Church of the Silver Judge is always willing to help those whose souls need help balancing. Just bows, and we'll head along.
Perfect. We'll see if you get an
Yeah,
input.
save it up.
Okay, who wants to go next?
I don't mind going there.
All right, Tash.
I love it.
Yeah.
Bravery.
Okay.
Where are you in New Dunhaven, and
Well-
who are you?
Basically, I'm actually hanging around the same area.
Oh, you are.
I've just come out from a show. We've just been doing a little performance of Midsummer kind of Dream.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
nice.
It's like
Midsummer.
Midsummer.
yeah,
Boom.
exactly. It's just at the time.
Very nice.
And basically, I happened to overhear you mentioning that the arrangement was needed, and so I've just kind of essentially just gone, "Hey, what's going on there?"
Wait, who are you?
Oh, I'm a performer. My name's Tallulah. I'm
Tallulah.
part of the Mummers, and I perform.
I was meant to go to you just in a minute. You weren't meant to.
Well, timing is perfect, isn't it?
Well, I believe that is a clear sign that the Silver Judge is with us today.
Blessings be upon us all.
Magical.
Let's gather the rest of the team. Perfect.
Super convenient.
We crossfade Star Wipe 2.
I'll go next. So I imagine I'm in like a very, very dark and dingy, abandoned building somewhere. It's like the very basement. Someone is sat on a chair. He's got blood and bruises and cuts.
He's playing Tolshank again.
Well,
Okay, duh.
I did have to rapid change out my class because the quirk doesn't fit with that. But
okay.
he's battered and bruised, and he's got like one big bulging eye. And there's a group of people stood around him, all in these very fine suits with canes, and one of them's got like a like a cane sword, similar to Tolshank, one might say. But I've got the knuckle dusters on, and he spits out some blood on the floor, and I was like, "All right, hey, now's the time to talk. You're gonna tell me everything I need to know."
Oh my god.
And I punch him in the gut, and he spits out some more blood, and he then speaks. I guess he says some information that the family wants to hear, and I guess that's. I'm just basically.
Again, you hear the footsteps come down as this wheezing pulp of a man just passes out in front of you.
Okay.
And this womanly voice comes out. I hope you got all the information you wanted.
Hey, who let this one in?
And what is your name?
My name's Reggie.
Reggie.
I'm part of the family. I'm Reggie Tagliatelle. Lovely to meet you.
Mr. Tagliatelle, you've been called upon.
Mr. Tagliatelle.
I do hope this is not a bad time.
Oh,
that you have time for the arrangement.
Hey, we got everything we need out of this one. Hey, you two, deal with this one. And I guess they like...
Yeah, boys!
Yeah! Yeah, I guess they take him away and...
We're going to the docks in the Noble District.
Oh, my
You may
favorite
want to
place.
clean up a little bit.
The lights, they just shine so bright over there.
They do. Follow me. All right, and then we
Interesting turn of phrase.
we
He
linear
appreciates the
Star
good
Wars
sights.
We linear Star Wipe 2. Our final character, Nina. Tell us where you are, what your character is doing at the time of an agent
I
comes in.
guess I am in a very high-end, lovely neighborhood.
Right.
I am a trainer. Can I say that?
Yeah, you can say what you-
Well, what is that?
So a
What are you
trainer is I train animals.
Nice. So are you currently training an animal?
Well, I was thinking I'm in a falconry or whatever, just
Nice.
scraping off bird shit
Cleaning as well.
Glamorous.
Excellent.
before I get the pets out. And what do? I guess I do little birthday parties for the noble families. I have little bunnies,
Very
little
nice.
parrots.
But
Such a
do the
criminal.
bunnies like steal stuff? Like, how are you a
Exactly.
criminal?
That's how I get my intel.
Oh, I see. They
the
snoop
bird
around the
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
You set the bunnies loose
all a
and you
scam.
train them to find letters.
Yeah. I'll stick with that.
What is your character's name?
Sir, what?
What is your character's name?
I am Ferenze Mackenzie. I am a young lad. I am
Reggie Tagliatelle.
Ferenze Mackenzie.
What's your name?
Tallulah. I'm just Tallulah.
Tallulah.
Straight up
Okay.
Tallulah.
And you hear in the distance as you're scraping bird shit off the floor.
Oh, this bloody stuff. I should drop my alcohol wipes.
Not my mic off.
So tough to get out of concrete floors, isn't it?
Hello?
Mr. Mackenzie.
Mackenzie.
Firenze Mackenzie.
Ferenze.
Apologies.
Hello, how may I help you?
Oh, I'm an agent of
Oh.
Valentina Lecher, a
Oh,
fellow Vesper noble.
yes,
You've been
I
called
have
upon.
heard.
You have?
Yes.
Well, she tries to keep quite hidden, so she shouldn't be.
Oh,
Maybe your little bunnies are getting too snoopy.
what do you know about my bunnies?
Oh, we know a lot. Thanks to the arrangement. Talking of which,
Oh.
you've been called upon. Can you meet my broker?
I can, absolutely. What an honour.
Do you want some help, by the way? It looks quite tough.
I mean,
Covered.
yeah, we'll leave that for another time. I had nothing better to do anyway.
Very well, sir. Please come with me. And all of you gather. Time skips, elapses. Whoop. Still summery, though.
Nice.
Super summer in the summertime jam.
And you
10
are
p.m. and the sun's still up.
you were actually summoned just before midday, so this is kind of morning. That was morning sun. And to a Vesper-run pleasure house called the Bashful Mermaid, an upscale establishment inside a noble district just a few city blocks away from the docks. The interior
Terrible
decor
sin.
boasts a nautical theme, and the crew is escorted through a common room where workers dressed like sailors and mermaids lounge idly.
Too many seamen in here for my life.
Wait.
There's about to be a whole lot more.
A Vesper woman, very noble, of dark complexion and smoky-eyed beauty.
Dressed as a mermaid.
She's got a dress that clings to her in all the right places.
Oh, I see.
And she wears long lace gloves that cover her arms to her elbow. The observant criminals of you will see the pattern of tattoos on her hands and forearms that cover the skin almost as thoroughly as the gloves do. Valentina is not alone. A man steps forward. It is Lord Bertram Dayworthy, head of a minor noble house. And she steps forward. Greetings. I'm glad you could all be here today. Me and Mr. Dayworth have quite the important task for you all. And I've heard so many good things of you all from your various cartels. So please, assist Mr. Dayworth and me so that we can reach this arrangement and get our money.
Obviously, for the church, it is not about money, Miss Vesper, but we are always pleased to help.
Oh, I know that's not the case. Anyway, Mr. Dayworth, and he steps forward, a very pompous-looking man, a very fine uniform. He's got a cravat and a cane in his all white outfit and a big, puffy moustache. I want you to smuggle my son, Juniper, out of the city for a terrible assassin, the Serpent of Westport, arrives and kills my young scion. Please. Lord Juniper has foolishly holed himself up in a safe house in the Greaselite district. Though, thanks to the lady here, the Vesper intelligence suggests that he is still participating in nightly illegal carriage races. The poor boy. You should not be doing that kind of thing. It's awful. Lord Dayworthy also says that he wants the crew to kidnap his son, who has refused his father's entreaties to flee the city, and see the young man safely smuggled out of the city relatively unharmed. Please don't hurt the poor boy. It's very fragile. He bruised like a peach. So please don't.
Note, relatively unharmed.
That is crucial wording. And yes, Valentina steps forward, and she says, you have 2 days. A day, a night, a day, a night.
Oh, I suppose that's in about 4 segments.
So does that mean that we need to get him out of the city on the day and a half, or at the end of the second day?
By the end of the night time, the second
By the
day.
end of the night on the second, right? Oh, see.
After which, an assassin will arrive from Westport, and poor Lord Dayworthy's mind life is forfeit. Is there anything else you wish to know?
Hey, who's looking for this guy?
Before I get into that,
Okay.
on your sheets, there's stuff you may know.
It's called Things You May Know. It's on your cartel sheet.
So I'm going to go through some things, and you say if this is
know
your
about
thing. Nobles.
You should have that.
What?
Under Things You May Know, on the front of your Vesper sheet, Things You May Know.
If there's things you know about.
Nobles.
Yes. So if
Yeah.
Trott says something, then
Okay,
then
nobles
let
and
him
royal
know.
family.
You know some stuff about Juniper Dayworthy.
Jumper.
Juniper.
Jumper.
Jumper.
Jumper Dayworthy.
Jumper Dayworthy.
That's out the window.
Little sweater boy.
Don't forget,
All right.
you guys don't know this, but
I'm still going to make
your
notes.
character does.
course.
Ferenzi knows this.
Friends.
I'm going
Lord-
to be Nina's memory.
Lord Juniper Dayworthy is 19, and even by noble standards, he is arrogant and brash.
Oh, what a little shit. That's fine, I deal with those all the time.
He's known to
Nice.
be reckless, and is a penchant for getting into trouble and forcing his family to drain their coffers to make the trouble go away.
Oh,
So he's naughty little boy.
not very
Very
naughty little boy.
Naughty. He's a bad dog.
He's,
Bad.
in terms of appearance, he's tall and gangly, with unkempt curly brown hair and a slight overbite that is exasperated by his tendency to let his jaw hang open.
Buzzing coming through my mic.
God, he sounds like a right
I think your
dingus.
microphone is touching your neck, maybe.
Buzzing? Well, I guess it's a connection thing.
19,
Hear it.
little shit. It's fugly.
I got it.
It's fugly.
It's fugly. Fugly little shit. Okay. I mean,
Also, he wears the clothing of the nobility. He does not seem to know how to put it together correctly, and looks constantly disheveled.
oh, it
That's
offends
what
my
you do.
eyes. Okay.
Does anyone else know about outside the city?
Would it literally say
would say
outside,
outside
the
the
city?
city.
Would say so, yeah.
Slums? Nope. Don't know anything about slums. What about horses? Anyone know anything about horses?
I know nothing.
I own a horse.
What is a character?
Does it say in there, in the
Things
things,
you may
you may
know.
know?
Oh, no,
About
it
horses.
doesn't.
What
You
about
just have a horse, you don't know about like breeds of horses.
the right kind of people? No?
Oh, I know the right kind of people.
Okay.
Yay!
You know something about the carriage races
Okay.
that he sneaks out at night to go involve himself with.
Oh, so he can sneak himself out. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's useless though.
Yeah.
With a name like Juniper, I expect him to be pretty goddamn useless.
Dozens of rebellious youths and reckless criminals have banded together over the last year to turn their impromptu illegal carriage races through the streets into something resembling an organized league. They have schedules, elaborate pre-planned race routes, and a robust gambling setup that has brought a significant amount of coin and prestige to its racers. Lord Juniper is among them.
It's Fast and the Furious.
He's actually a racer in the carriages.
Get your face out my face.
So you know, also, you got all that
Yeah,
somewhat.
we're good.
The next race is going to be held in the Southton County, a commoner's district. This race will take place during the final nighttime segment of the job.
Oh, okay.
How convenient. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Does anybody know about sorcery?
Yes!
Here we go.
Heresy! Damn heretics!
You know about a woman named Evalenora. Evalenora. Evalenora van Aukten is a known enchantress and outlaw, though not one of the right kind of people. Rumor has it that she arrived on a ship from Elderland 7 years ago, and the entire ship's crew were under her spell, utterly devoted to her to the point where they ceased to eat or drink, lest it take time away from their adulation of her. Evalenora is in her late 20s with long black hair and a dusky complexion highlighted by a flawless use of cosmetics. She wears very flattering and exposing clothing, but covers herself up with an unusually large amount of necklaces, bracelets, and other jewelry, often heavily mismatched. For some reason, you know about that. Also, if you know about Elderland, you know about that too. But Mark's got it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Does anyone know
This
about...
boy associates
You know about this
damn
too?
heretic.
The right kind of people. You know about Venzabella.
Benzabella.
Yes, V-E-N-Z-A, Bella.
Okay.
Venzabella is a woman in her early 40s who has a reputation citywide for being one of the best horse handlers in the city. She dominates the illegal carriage races held throughout the city. So you know about two people now. And many claim that she could be a prince's chase-winning jockey if she so chose. She was once a member of the Wraiths, but when her cartel was betrayed and collapsed, she struck out on her own, refusing to join another cartel.
Okay.
She is a handsome woman with just enough grey in her dark hair to remind you that she's been in the game for over 2 decades. She's short, lean, athletic, and dressed in clothes suitable for racing horses. She has a large scar across her face, touching both cheeks, crossing the bridge of her nose.
Nice, like Hawk.
Does anyone know about the crown?
No. Anyone got the crown?
Commoners
Nope.
or the military?
Nope.
I know about the church, cathedrals, sorcery, and heresy!
The blooded.
Yes.
All right.
This guy. Hey.
You know about a person called Bael Ruger.
Sounds like a Rocky villain.
R-U-H-G-E-R.
I've written down a version of that. Yep.
He's a conniving, ambitious blooded. Blooded is the cartel that is not part of the arrangement.
Scum.
Oh.
Yes,
Scum!
they're a bad cartel on their own.
They're bad.
He's an ambitious, blooded underboss with a rat-like face and a sniveling personality. He has a face tattoo that covers almost his entire face, which is meant to look like a leopard's face, but actually just makes him look like he's got plague spots.
Fucking idiot.
What a moron.
That's what you know.
Boy.
Okay.
All right. So, as this is wrapped up, both Lord Dayworthy and Valentina Lecher, the Vesper Lady, both bid you adieu, wish you well and good luck. Lord Dayworthy is like, please bring my son back. Please.
So we didn't have an opportunity.
Relatively unharmed.
I think you can ask questions, can't we?
You can ask a few questions, but keep it brief. I've got some golfing to do.
Well, hey, I'll go back to my previous question before we had that brain dump. What kind of people are looking for this jumper kid?
A horrible assassin.
Right.
She's going to kill him.
Nice.
Awful. I don't know too much.
Easy.
All I know is that someone's out for him and I don't want him to die. What else? Quickly, come on. Golf.
Sounds pretty
You had the
straightforward.
question.
That was it. That's all I got.
Right. Well, there we go.
Okay. Good. He's in a safe house. Please go get him back.
Easy.
For nighttime segment. 4 day-night segments.
Oh, hey, how
2
safe
days.
is this safe house?
I don't know. It's what I hired you for.
Are we gonna have to break into your safe house?
It's not our safe house.
Oh.
Just hold himself up there. The
He is
idiot boy.
secure to himself, it seems.
He's working with something else. Not part of the cartel. It's not part of the arrangement. So, please figure it out. Thank you.
That is the name of the game.
Okay.
Well, I guess we got like 15 minutes to make some plans.
If you wish to use my patio to have a crew meeting, you can do that.
That sounds delightful.
Oh, please, follow me then. The
I
carriage
would
is
like
waiting.
some iced tea.
No, we don't do that. You don't get iced tea.
Why?
Because it's atrocious. It's very bad for your teeth. And he's got terrible teeth.
Delicious.
Like big, classic bucktooth teeth.
Nice.
Like Lord, what's his face?
Thornberry.
Thornberry. Lord Thornberry.
Lord Thornberry.
Joking, but okay.
So you all get into Dayworth's very illustrious carriage.
Yes.
And you are ridden to your crew meeting place. Now, we have 4 segments, a daytime, nighttime, day, night. You get to pick what you want to do in that, whether you want to plan more or do a legwork scene. This first 15 minutes is free.
We get free!
You get free 50 minutes to talk about what you want to do. So, I want you guys to think about, you're each going to have a scene. You each get to go somewhere and do
After
something.
we do 50 minutes. We get 50 minutes to talk first,
Yeah.
and then after that we can
If
do
you
it.
choose to do a legwork scene for your first daytime segment, you each get a scene to go somewhere, figure something out, scope it out, case the joint, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
So think about what you want to do, what goal you want to achieve that will help you kidnap this person in the final nighttime segment, based
So-
on what you know.
I guess in terms of not saying daytime scene, nighttime scene, is it literally just this afternoon, tonight, tomorrow afternoon?
You have all
tomorrow?
day,
Okay.
all night,
right.
basically. And that is it. You can also use your influence to do a thing. If you want to build something or create something in this planning phase, you can do that.
Yeah, it will tell you what you can spend your influence on down here on your character.
You've all been given an influence. There's also one pooled
table.
group influence that anyone can spend. All
Okay.
right?
After discussion or just...
I mean, that's up to you if you want to
Okay.
fuck your friends over, but you're all trying to achieve the same goal. So let's get ready to start the 15-minute timer. Steve, you ready? Yep. Okay. 3, 2, 1, begin.
Right. Tom, I think you should take the lead on this.
All right.
Because I don't want to be Mr. Bossy.
Well, hey, right, listen.
It doesn't have to be in character.
I'm going to do it in
It can
character.
be.
Okay.
Right. Stealing kids, that's easy.
Yeah.
Getting into safe houses, not so much. What are you guys? Who are you? What's your deal? You don't look like a part of the cartels.
Oh, my good friend, I'm a member of the Silver Judge Church. I'm here to assist. My skills are, let's just say if any of you make a mess in our planning, I can lessen the effects. I also know many individuals around the city that are indebted to the church, shall we say.
Interesting. I like it.
I'm also I can move around the city freely as I wish. The crown does not pay much attention to my, shall we say, presence. Out of character thing, some of you, I think it will say somewhere appearance, I think. It will say where you are conspicuous. So those are going to be districts of like where you'll stand out.
So whereabouts is the safe house? Which district?
All I heard was the Grease Light district.
Correct.
Do we know where that is? Or do we have to find that out?
Oh, I think I can let you know. You probably would.
What area that would be in?
It's blooded turf because the Grease Light District is so heavily under blooded control. All members of the crew who are not independent or members of the church or wardens of the night are conspicuous.
Great.
Which means every segment, you generate heat for me, which means I can spend it
to make
screw
bad
you
stuff.
over. Because you're going to a conspicuous place, it generates 2 heat instead of 1.
There you go. So, but if I go there, it doesn't do that. It
I
just
see.
causes normal heat because I'm not.
And I guess that doesn't count as the docks, the slums, or
Yeah,
Little Town.
it'll be called blooded turf.
Yeah.
But that's important to keep in mind. Like if we go to other areas, that might be involved.
Okay.
So there's my skills anyway. I'm also quite handy if we need to intimidate or distract.
Well, hey, intimidation, not a problem. This right here, you see these two? Boom, boom. Hey, hello.
I'm assuming that your role is more of a physical nature.
Yeah, I swapped over the brawler, by the way.
Okay.
Because also, I guess we should go over these. I'm fresh-faced, actually. I have a baby face.
Oh my god!
If I want to tail anyone, I have advantage on that. Or advantage.
Oh, I should also point out, I was blessed from the divine. I can see inside a person's soul.
Oh my
I
gosh!
can read auras.
Oh my gosh!
Hey, what
Very
can you
nice.
tell about me?
I'm feeling
I don't know, what does it say here? I can see the all around them, it tells them of it, how corrupt they are, if they are violent, what vices they are, any strong relationships, and so on. Like, basically,
all right.
I
We won't go
can,
into
I can be like, tell me everything about you. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh my goodness!
What about these two?
I've got an eye for art, so I just know the best, like the value of things better. So I can appraise things.
Mate,
I'm just like, oh, I know that. It's a very rare.
I am a master artist.
Ah, that's cool. We work together.
So I can make beautiful art.
That's what you.
And I can appraise it for you.
Yay.
So
And what
No
do
idea
you,
what this
what
one
do
is
you
for.
do normally? What do you do?
I train animals. And I love animals. I have a little bunny, it's called Bun Bun, and I have a little parrot, a cockatoo called Tutu.
Bun Bun and Tutu.
Bun Bun and Tutu, they help me
Yeah.
get some little details and blackmail from
see.
the nobles.
So you have animals at your beck and call.
Exactly.
And what about you? What's your deal?
I'm a performer.
Right.
Basically, I can dress up. I can perform. I can be anyone you want.
That is
Anyone.
quite useful.
I can cause distraction. My crew, my entire team, they can help cause a distraction if we need
Now,
one.
you don't use magic, obviously. You're not some sort of
No.
heretic, are you?
Yes, she does.
The silver judge cares.
I may use minor sorcery.
We have no time for
Disguise
your
yes. You can use
Oh,
sorcery
yeah.
to change my
Interesting.
appearance. Minor.
You hear a lot of clattering cutlery, like on a tray, being wielded by the oldest hunchback.
Hello! Does anyone want some crumpets? Also, I highly recommend you gather as much information in the next segment as possible.
Right.
Yeah, crumpets.
Hey, thanks a lot. I grab like a fistful
Well-
of crumpets, spat him on the back.
I don't wish to dominate the conversation, but I think that there are several key factors we should investigate first. One being the safe house that this man is holed up inside. We could also scope out the race circuit where he conducts these races that our friend learned of. There is also this heretic, this sorcerer we could investigate. She seems to be connected to the goings on. Or this woman who is very good with horses. She may know this young juniper that we could investigate.
So you're each going to take control and be the leader of a scene.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
if someone goes somewhere, you can assist them, but there's one person that's going to be taking the lead and the other person's going to be helping their roles, basically.
So I know about the blooded.
You can go together.
Or do I know just about this Bale Ruger guy?
You know mostly about that.
Okay.
That's relevant to what we're trying to do. You know other things, but that's what's relevant to this
You know
game.
specifically about that guy in the Blooded. The Blooded are just a bad cartel. They just
Okay.
do the dodgy jobs and not part of an arrangement, known as bad people.
How is he connected again?
He's just part of the blooded. He's just, yeah.
It's likely he will be involved with, so we learned that the kid's safe house is in the Grease-Light district. That is in the Blooded Turf.
Blooded territory.
So it could be that perhaps this fellow may be involved in protection or something.
He might be at the safe house, yeah. Hey, you, what's your name again?
Tallulah.
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 Tallulah. Hey, pleasure to meet you, Tallulah. You able to make yourself look like anyone? What's the
Anyone.
deal?
I can change I can become like someone. I can mimic their voice as well. I could literally become like a doppelganger. It's perfect.
Sounds
It's
great
pretty
to me.
perfect.
I mean,
That's very useful.
it'd be useful to have someone scope out the safe house. We need a way in, after all.
If you are going to go to this place, being you,
Yeah.
I'll make you do a check to see if your disguise holds up so you
Yeah.
don't generate as much heat.
I was gonna say I
But
have to
if
do.
the churchgoer goes, you don't have a problem.
Yeah.
The Blooded have no connection to Massive.
He can go in perfectly fine.
Meanwhile, you won't
8
have
minutes
access
left.
to the inside of the safe house. That's my worry. Once we get in there, we need to find the kid, get out.
Well, I should point out as well that whilst you are all running around the city, my skills are best used that if any of you make mistakes, instead of going on my own mission, I can clean up one of yours. I can do my thing instead of a legwork scene. So I can come and help you, but my legwork scene is kind of almost like if we fuck it up really bad, I can half the amount of heat we generate from that scene, because I can basically come in and be like, bribes, fuck off.
Basically, yeah, I get heat. During a legwork scene, if heat is generated, I put it to one side,
Yeah.
and then at the end of that segment, it's put into the pool where I
And
can use
also,
it.
like, if we do stuff like we go around like smashing stuff up or leaving witnesses, Trott might go like, well, I'm going to generate more heat because you're
Yeah,
causing
okay, that's
trouble.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Alternatively, hey, what's his plan? What's this kid's plan? He's not going to stay in the safe house all the time. He's got to leave at some point, right?
But it sounds like he'll be leaving for one of these races. Or perhaps to secure his horses, perhaps. Maybe make sure that he has the winning carriage.
If we talk to the woman that, trains the horses and we get her to, give us a horse and that we can kind of control and just hijack the entire carriage?
I already own a horse. Maybe I could pretend to be a
Problem
jockey,
solved.
get in, nab the little fuck, and get out.
Yeah, drive off with him.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So is this a
That's fine.
carriage race? Is this a horse race?
It's-
What?
That's a
It's
good
a
point.
carriage
It's
race.
a carriage
is
race.
it?
We
But
may
if she's got
need to
horses.
we may need to acquire a carriage. But
So he'll be in the back of the carriage while someone is racing him around.
I imagine that the rider is on the carriage.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Otherwise, what's the point of the race?
I'll just sit in the back and take the credit.
Thank you.
Well,
6
yeah.
minutes 10.
Well, maybe there's something there. Maybe that's his weakest spot.
That might be the
It seems
Nab
clear
him.
that we should take him during the race, the final race. Perhaps we can switch him out with someone. Perhaps if you are able to disguise yourself, you
Yeah.
could take his place. We could ensure that one of his horses is used, But I also worry that these other individuals, this blooded fellow and the heretic, will be involved somehow. We may wish to find a way to deal with them ahead of time. Indicate them. Now, if this woman is indeed conducting sorcery, I can make sure I can try and have the church arrest her, remove her from the picture if we feel that she will be a threat to our mission.
Sure.
As I can quite specifically have church agents spread rumors that a specific person has committed
Oh,
heresy.
it's not nice. That's
I
nice.
can, and it would not be a case of being deceitful, as I know that they are a sorcerer.
That's pretty cool, actually.
All right, well, say we get the kid during the race.
Okay.
Let's
What do we
just-
do in the meantime?
Well, in the meantime, we need to check out.
5 minutes.
Could we check out who's after him? Maybe somehow.
We could perhaps make some inquiries.
I need you to go somewhere. So tell me what you're doing. So
Think about that each of us, like when we take a legwork scene, each of us can do a
Yeah.
scene to investigate,
Or you
to
can go
get
together
information, or
if
we
you
can
want.
go together. But basically, what do we want information on? What do we want to do? So we probably want to find out where this kid is. He's probably at his safe house, but we probably want to find out more information about it.
Yeah.
We want to find out more about these races. How do they work? How do we get somebody in to switch places
How
and stuff?
popular the races are as well, because that's
Yeah.
another thing.
And then how are these other figures involved? Like, how is your blooded guy involved? How is my sorcerer involved? Because it could be that your blooded guy is the one that's put a hit on him, and then we can try and if we can take him out, maybe we can resolve it that way as well.
can you all just check the connection?
Can you check your connection, Tash?
Oh,
Just the pluggy bit.
I put one down there.
Sorry.
All right, well, where do we take him after we get him from this race?
Get him outside the city.
I mean, this race is going to be quite a busy affair. There's going to be a lot of people there.
We'll see. It's fine. I just unplugged it and plugged it back in.
Okay.
Remember,
So
you've got multiple segments. So
Yeah.
what are you going to do in the first segment, basically? You're each going to have an objective.
I don't know.
Figure something out. Find some information.
I think it would be worth seeing the horse lady because she'll know the route that the horses go,
Okay.
so we can work out the prime
I think,
place
like,
to nab him.
Speak to her. Check out the safe house
Yeah.
and check out the racetrack because
Yeah.
the racetrack is being held in somewhere else.
Southampton County?
Southton County. That's it. That's where that's the final race. So you can check that out as well.
Yeah.
Scope it out.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the horse lady could have like
Yeah.
a bit of an idea
So
of
you
the area around.
two.
Well, I think you want to go to speak to
Yeah.
the woman. I'm
should
just
definitely
suggesting
go.
things that we should do. I can check out the safe house.
I think, yeah.
You're checking out safe house.
But don't forget, you guys can do it as well. You'll just be more conspicuous. But you might be able to lie and bluff your way through it.
That's true. I'm trying to, because we got no real leads of who it could be
Ask me your trainer thing. See what you can do.
or who to look out for.
I'm sure you'll have things you can do.
I think all you know is there's
2 minutes
Saturn
30.
coming, so.
Bugger.
So you're like animals and stuff are like good at sneaking around and stuff like that.
Yeah, just like
So
stick
spying
a rabbit
around.
in somewhere.
So you might be able to check out the blooded turf. You
I
can send your
actually-
cockatoo to fly around and.
I actually have,
Assassin's Creed, yeah.
Yeah.
I can obtain a single use of the services of a law-abiding commoner's profession free of charge. So maybe we could rig his chariot
to break down.
break down early in the race, or to break down immediately in the
Yeah.
race, so that everyone is racing ahead. He's still at the start line,
And we grab him.
and we grab him there
Could be. Yeah.
when everyone's distracted. So I might, in that case, head to. Well, would I know if
the
I'm
racetrack?
conspicuous in this place in the racetrack?
Yeah, Southtown County. Do we know where that is?
Southtown County. That's the carriage races, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the wet races.
Well, last race
The
happening.
What kind
commoners.
Commoners
so
district.
Vespers would be conspicuous here.
Outlaws.
So you'll be fine.
I'm not a Vesper.
You're not a Vesper.
I'm
Yeah,
a Fair
Yeah,
You would
so,
be.
so you'll be fine. If you go
Oh, I
to,
see.
if you lead that scene to check out the race course,
Yeah.
you're fine.
Okay, I think I'll go there.
You can go to the same place, but at separate points in the day,
Times,
so
yeah.
you're not at the same time, or you can go together. Up to you. If you want to achieve different goals, you can go.
It sounds like they're doing different goals.
Okay.
Tallulah wants to talk to the woman,
Yeah.
Fenzabella or whatever. You want to scope out the race course and maybe hire a guy to fuck up his carriage.
rig the wagon. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think you should try and scope out the blooded turf with your pets.
What am I looking for?
Like this safe house, like finding out if we can spy this kid and what he's up to.
So are we going to need the horses though?
You could also
if we're
find
gonna
out
just make them
who
break
they
down?
are looking out for as well.
No,
because
but
if he's
she's
in a
got other
safe
animals
house,
as well.
45
Yeah,
seconds.
okay.
We won't need them.
they're probably if they're defending him in a safe house, they're probably wary of certain people. They might know
Okay,
who's
yeah.
after him potentially.
Yeah. But the pets might be able to fly around and try and spot anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
What should I find out from Bella then? Because if we
Dunno,
are
it's
not
up to
need-
you!
That's the thing, I was just thinking if we're not needing the horses now,
Yeah, okay.
it's not so much of a worry, is it?
But she might have information. You might just want to like
Yeah.
you could ask about the kid himself and say like, oh, I've got some dealings with blah blah blah.
See if his horses get spooked by anything.
Tailed the guy. I should
What
have
guy?
tailed the Bale Ruger guy. I've got advantage on that.
7.
Oh, you still could.
I think I'm happy to go to
Four,
the course and
3,
tinker.
We've got other planning. sessions.
One.
Should I go to the course?
Planning is over. Okay.
Okay.
None of us do. We're trying to figure it out.
Okay, yeah.
Scene number 1. It is the first part of the day.
Nice.
Glorious
And
hot
heat.
sunshine.
Is generated for me. I get 1 per character, so I get 4 heat into the pool, which I could spend at the start of any new segment, or if you roll some disadvantage or setback.
Or cause problems.
So, who wants to be the leading crew member of their scene? Who wants to start the scene first?
Well, what are the individual scenes?
So we've got
You were
I
speaking
might
to-
go with Tom to the...
So you want to? You
Four.
can still do that. So
Yeah, yeah,
it's just
but
that
then
he'll
I
be
can-
the leader on that,
That's
and then you
more-
could speak to the woman and you lead that one. So you can still have
Okay.
backup. Like I can come with you on your things to try and help with rolls,
Oh, all right then, yeah.
but I just won't lead a scene in case we need to use my cleanup ability.
So
Okay.
you want to lead a scene to the
I will-
Southern.
Yeah, I'll go to the Southern race course and lead that scene to find his wagon.
Very well.
And if you go as
Or
an
just scope
assist,
it out
Yeah.
as well.
and then I'll come with you to scope out the blooded turf.
Okay.
They will begin with the Southern County racetrack.
Okay.
You both head there in this beautiful summer's day. What a nice day summary. There's actually, it looks like at these races it's relatively quiet right now. There's a few people walking around, some people cleaning up. It's a very standard racetrack. The grass is actually kind of dying in areas because it's so summery and bright.
Summer's day.
People are sprinkling like grass grower, miracle grow. There's people cleaning up. It's a bit dusty. It's relatively common, so it's not exactly beautiful,
Oh,
but
okay.
it does the job. And
A
there's
circle.
racetracks, there's markings of carriages and horses' hooves freshly on the tracks itself. And as you wander around, you notice that you see a woman in her early 40s who looks like she's wearing racing gear and she's talking to somebody else. And she sounds, from the distance, quite pissed off with who she's speaking
Does
to.
she perchance have a scar across her face?
Perchance.
Perchance.
So what would you like to
Role-playing
do?
words.
Tell me, what would you like to do, leader?
Oh, so well, in that case, I'm
Pissed
gonna.
off, so be wary.
So this is just. I mean, as far as I'm concerned,
You don't know who she is.
I don't know who that is.
We hadn't.
It would just be
Okay.
it just be me, like nudging you, like Benzabella.
We've had a chat in character about
Yeah.
what our plans are. So
What do you do?
Could I, as leader, just say get her to investigate that? or-
Absolutely.
So in that case, I will nudge you.
Me, go over there.
Hey, Tallulah. That's that
woman.
Venezuela woman. Go speak to her.
Okay.
Figure out our problem.
Okay.
I imagine it is anyway. I haven't seen the scar across her face. Might be there, might not be.
Woman in her 40s.
Maybe if you get
Could well
closer.
be. That's all I needed to try and guess. Woman in her 40s at the racetrack.
Is there like a staging area for like all the wagons? Or
So, looking around, you notice that the Southern County race is on a very winding, circuitous route.
okay.
So they have different start and end points. There are spectators looking from windows, mostly upper story, to avoid being in the path of careening carriages. The races look like they get violent. There's lots of crashed like debris and stuff all around, looking around, and no spectator wants to be in the path of it, so they're all up high.
Yeah.
It looks like there's a 4-bridge crossing, an intersection where 4 different bridges were erected to cross over the same stretch of the canal. The bridges are all different architectural styles and elevations, and each bridge is so narrow that only a single carriage can cross it. And racers must either slow down to ensure that they do not collide with another racer, or going for the same bridge, or speed ahead to beat everyone else to the bridge of their choice.
So it's a point where
Choke point.
Yeah, choke.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you want to keep looking around, you can do, but at the moment you're prodding
Yeah. So
Tallulah to head towards Venzabella, who's talking to somebody else at the moment.
So basically, we're doing both of your legwork scenes at the same
Yeah,
time.
that's
Really.
Yeah.
So are you just going to straight up approach her, or?
I'm going to kind of edge in, because I know you said that I obviously could tell she's a bit pissed off, so I'm kind of just going to edge in, like,
Okay, so
hey,
you wanna
hey
lean
there,
in
kind of.
quietly.
I don't want to be just stroll up to yeah, like the really awkward, like, hey.
As you head forward,
I don't want the brunt
before
of the
she
anger.
notices you, you hear the last tail end of what she's saying to this other man.
Okay.
She's saying, if he does that again, I swear I'm going to do something about it. I will not have him. And then at that point, she turns around. Yes? Who are you?
Oh, I've heard about you. I just wanted to have a quick word with you, get some advice.
Another fan, probably.
Oh, I wouldn't say fan, more just an interested party in the whole racing.
Right.
I just wanted to just run some things past you about the horses, you know. Being a gambling woman myself, I just wanted your personal opinion.
You mean you want some insight into who's going to win?
I just want no, because you know the best horses there are. I just wanted to know what were the slowest horses and what were the fastest horses.
Nice.
It's a good idea to get an idea. of
Do you
it.
realise that that is illegal somewhat?
It's only your
Talking to
opinion.
the racers
It's not.
doesn't-
It's not actually going to affect the race in any harm, and cause any harm in the actual race. It's just your professional opinion. It's like when they give a little, you know, hint at who the favourites are.
The
It's just
favourite
who's-
is me.
Who, yeah. Oh, are you racing? On
Yes,
the
I
next
race
one?
all the
Oh.
time. I guess you aren't a fan. Never mind. Well,
Oh no, I've heard of you as being a incredible horse trainer.
I've been doing this for a long time.
I
my dear.
apologise.
Yes, there's this new idiot on the block who's very reckless, and I swear he's trying to sabotage me. It's awful.
Oh, who's that?
Lord Juniper, or some pompous name.
Oh, I've heard of him. Yeah.
And honestly, I was just telling this gentleman, if something were to happen to him, I wouldn't even care.
Really?
Yes.
So has he been winding you up in the races then? Like,
Yes,
do you have trouble
I
against
feel
him?
he's
Or?
genuinely trying to sabotage the races. I just want a fair race. And this man is coming in and doing things and being very reckless and driving people.
Now, hypothetically, would it be better if something were to happen to him and him be out the race?
What a terrible thing.
Oh, I don't know.
Why would you suggest such a thing?
I was just trying to judge how against him you are.
Quite. I want the man dead.
Okay.
Obviously, that
Well,
will
that
never
sounds
happen in such a beautiful town like Dunhaven.
Well,
If he's being illegal, I'm sure
I was-
civil servants in the...
I was going to suggest, because I'm bad as this sounds. I know you're a law-abiding citizen and
Of course,
whatnot.
yes.
But I was thinking perhaps we could not sabotage, but maybe suggest a particular horse to him that may not be the fastest of horses. Kind of get him at the back of the.
He's a stubborn idiot. He's got a hanging jaw, which you can tell is
They
just
can
where all the
easily
intellect
be
leaks out.
swayed.
Unfortunately, he's very, very set upon his Dayworth horse.
Okay.
It's his name, it's his family name, and he calls all his horses Dayworth. And he's very attached to it. I don't think he's going to take a lot of persuasion for that to switch out.
Fair enough. Did you have trouble racing him, or is he slow, fast? Do you find him quite easy to
He's
beat?
reckless.
Reckless. Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
I swear he's sabotaging.
That bridge is a
characters.
danger then, isn't it?
Absolutely. That 4-crossing bridge, it's a thrill, I won't lie. However, yes, it could be very dangerous. We do have to slow down and allow one passage. If two were to go over the same bridge,
I don't imagine he'd give way for someone else.
oh,
if he's
absolutely
reckless.
not. No.
Okay.
Hence, you've got to get ahead of him.
Okay. Oh, I heard you were having some trouble a minute ago. Is there anything you can help with?
Oh, I
Or
was
is it-
talking about this.
the same
fellow.
Juniper, yeah.
Quite actively hating him, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, quite the gossip me.
What did he do to you? He sabotaged you at all?
I have no clear evidence. but I
Right.
swear it's him.
What did he do?
He's been loosening the wheels on carriages. He's been messing with the reins.
Hey,
Is his person with you?
I overheard someone talking about tinkering. What's the deal there?
Yeah, he's a good friend.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of you. You're the racer, right?
Yes.
Hey, I love your work. Never really been myself, but hey, my money's on you.
Oh, good. Can you give me some afterwards?
What?
You're such an indebted fan.
Well, no, hey, my money's my money. Your win's your win. If I make some out of your win.
What do you want?
Hey, heard you talking
Name's Reggie Tagliatelli. Nice to meet you.
Name's Reggie.
Hey.
The Tagmeister. Heard you've been having trouble with, someone messing with you. What's the deal there? You've been loosening
Do I
the
have
wheels.
to repeat myself?
The entire
How could your
thing, yes,
friend
please.
tell you?
I wasn't around. See, I was over there, like flicking a coin.
I'll be
or whatever.
frank. I want a good race. I don't want some idiot, pompous boy coming in and ruining and actively sabotaging me personally. And I want something to happen.
I'm not there.
I want something to happen by next race.
You want something to happen? Well, hey, I mean, have you seen the two of us? We're kind of people that could get a job done. What about, hey, you? You're worried about him sabotaging you. What if you sabotaged him?
I'm not going to do anything of the sort.
What if you were...
But if something else were to happen, I would...
Turn the other cheek.
It'd be awful for him, wouldn't it?
It would.
But it'd be great for the races.
So, hey, do you know where these carriages are stored then? Like, we could... I just wanted to have a little look around.
We all store our carriages at our homes, or whether they...
Oof.
Yes.
Ouch.
I keep mine at home.
Is there anything that would stop someone racing in the race? Like, is there some kind of documentation that you have to show, or is it just turn up and race?
Absolutely, yes. Yes, the
Okay.
races need to be confirmed, and they need to be ready and worthy, and that they're not doping their horses and such.
Okay.
Have they already gone through those procedures yet, or
Or is-
Quite yet, no. That'll happen tomorrow.
tomorrow?
Oh,
Okay.
interesting. Okay.
But if something were to happen, I would be very happy. I know I'm making my plans.
You got your plans? Oh, what, for your win?
Oh, yes, preparing for the race is what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely
For your
what I
win,
meant.
okay.
Yes. Yes, well, if there's nothing else, I must prepare my horse.
Prepare your horse.
My murdering horse that will soon murder.
Like blades sticking out of it, like run.
Are we,
Well, all right,
are
it
we
was
quite done?
lovely talking to you.
Great.
You carry on with
Best of
what
luck
you're
for the
doing.
race.
Thank you, yes. I won't need
Just
it.
drift off.
And then that comes to a nice close. We'll end that
Okay.
scene there. Not what you needed. And we'll move on to a new scene. Who wants to go next? Grease Light District, right?
Yeah.
And you're both
Let
going
me-
at different
Yeah.
times of day?
No, I'm gonna just accompany
You're going to assist.
friends. Yeah, assist.
All right.
It's
'Cause I want
Forensic,
Forensic
actually.
friends. But yeah,
Poor thing.
I'm gonna leave this in Forensi's hands.
Right.
You can decide
okay.
what you're doing and how you're gonna go about it.
Lil.
How are you going to approach the
This
Grease Light District?
dangerous district.
Right, well, I've got my pets with me. So we're currently on a...
What pets have you got?
Like a wagon.
So I've
a
got...
massive cage on the back
yeah,
of it. It's just a
yeah.
zoo of animals. They're all just ravenous. Like,
You have a horse, a bird, and a rabbit.
I've decided my horse is called Clip Clop.
Oh, very good.
beautiful.
Yeah, don't Google it.
So you're clip-clopping with clip-clop?
I
I'm
guess,
Google.
am I inconspicuous in this area?
Vespers in.
Oh
a-
no, we've got to be hidden.
Yeah, you would.
Maybe I
probably,
won't
Maybe you
bring
want
the
to try and disguise yourself. You could try.
I don't think I can.
Well, you can. Everybody can do anything. It's called anything else.
Yeah, I only have 65% chance of doing that.
Yes, and as it's quite late and you have to gather loads of things together, I will also introduce a drawback dice if you wish to disguise yourself.
Oh,
to
snap.
throw that together and get away with it.
That's fine.
Anything else? Sorry?
I got my little furry
It's on
friends.
your specialization, where your skills are.
So you want to do
guess-
that?
Oh, I
I
see.
said it's not named.
Yeah.
It's called an anything else.
So I'm able to control animals as if they were an extension of me.
Right.
So you can basically make them do whatever you
So I guess let's get the cockatoo. Let's get Tutu to fly over the building and, or I guess see if there's an opening, like an open window, perhaps.
Okay. Absolutely.
Around the building.
So you're going to send them off.
Yep.
Flutters away.
So do we know where the safe house is in the district, or do we just know it's
Yeah,
in the district?
you know the rough location of where the
Oh,
safe house
okay.
is.
Okay.
So it's
All
fine.
right.
You can hide around the corner as you send them off
Yeah.
towards where is the safe house that Lord Dayworthy and they told you
Okay.
where it roughly is. So you notice a 3-story building in this commoners district, and there's a ground floor, and you notice some movement at the bottom,
Okay.
and you see some people stationed outside.
Okay.
A couple of blooded, by the looks of things, thuggish-looking people, kind of just punching the air, doing some training, kind of relatively being bored, throwing dice.
We're bad guys.
And as your hawk, is it a hawk? What is it?
Cockatoo.
Cockatoo flutters around,
Crap.
heads up to the top floor.
Yep.
You notice that there's not much actually at the top.
Oh, okay.
It looks like the building was once home to shops, one on each floor. And it looks like, looking through the windows, there is a staircase that leads to all 3 floors and the roof, both on the interior and exterior of the building. So there's a metal
Like a fire escape.
leading
okay.
up.
Okay.
And at the moment, as it's midday, there is some blooded walking around, guarding the front. Mostly seems to be reinforcing the ground floor. Middle floor, there doesn't seem to be much movement going on. It's
Yeah.
quite relatively dark there.
Hey, church lady.
Yes, my dear.
So it looks like, unfortunately, the building seems pretty well guarded.
Well, are the guys that were on the ground floor, are they covering the main entrance, or are they covering the fire escape?
Mostly the main entrance.
So it does
But
look
they're
like
There is,
still wandering
there is
around.
one person
wandering around.
patrolling.
Okay.
Oh, it's like Assassin's Creed. So maybe we could create distraction so they bugger off to a different building.
Well,
Let's set a building alight. Yeah.
we don't have to
That's a new
take
character
action.
quirk.
We don't have to take action right now. We could go back, meet with the others, discuss what we found, and then
guess.
this evening we could return here to try and break ourselves in. It will be easier with more of us.
I guess so. Yeah.
Is there anything else you want your little cockatiel to look at rather than the top floor?
Try to think what other.
You notice one of the blooded, like, looking up. Like, what? It's Gormless looking at the cockatiel.
She's there.
Looks like a bird to
He's the one that's patrolling around on the
I
bottom
want
floor.
my
Okay.
board. I want
I
my
want
board.
my board.
I want my board.
He's wearing like a leather vest, nothing underneath, with studs.
Ooh.
He's got like a blood handprint on his bald head.
Oh, in this heat, you get
Yeah.
the rash.
Yeah, he seems fine.
Yeah.
He's very tanned anyway. He's also wearing denim calf shorts, frayed ends,
Wow.
big biker boots,
Oh, damn.
big dick probably.
Probably.
Probably not.
He's just like,
Oh, I can't think what
Well, that's fine.
else
Birds.
scope for.
Well, we know where it is. We know that it is under guard. We know that it's 3 stories, and they mainly focused on the ground floor. But we know that there's another way in. We don't have to take immediate action if we feel that.
Are there other buildings surrounding it which are the same height, which we could go, like
Jump
climb
across.
up and then Assassin's Creed over?
so yeah, there is. So
Hey.
there's multiple 3-story buildings around. There's
Okay.
one on either side, east and west side,
Oh, okay.
and one of them is the same height,
Right.
and it looks like it also has a staircase on the outside.
Okay. Are there any like blooded patrolling?
No, it seems like mostly they're blooded, focused on this.
Potentially.
3 on the outside. Looks like there's some more movement on the inside too.
Okay. Okay.
That could be
Sounds
a
good.
wisely
I still think we should set the surrounding buildings on fire.
I don't think that is necessary right now. Perhaps a little later, that's something we could do.
All right, Clip Clop, come here.
Take call him.
The horse rears up. What does it look like?
All my animals are white. So I've got a white
Beautiful,
bunny.
majestic white horse with plaited mane. Back
Definitely
and
does
tail.
not stand out in this district.
Really good
Certainly
boy.
does not. Yes,
Okay.
that's all. That's all we could do for now.
All right, I feel like I guess.
I mean, unless you wish to try and break in now by ourselves, but
Yeah, I think we'll be a bit fucked if we do that, milady.
certainly.
I've added an extra heat because you're in this area.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Not being that.
Perhaps we should make ourselves scarce. There's some. I'm going to perhaps look into this sorcerer
Okay.
All right, I guess we're done.
with
You
my
both
lead
hop on,
scene.
clip clop,
Well,
and clop away conspicuously
Conspicuously clop away.
as the
Oi.
day draws to a close. You all gather once again. Where are you meeting this?
So, what? Well,
you're doing.
can I do a scene? Do I have
Sure.
to say it because we get one each, right?
You do. I guess you didn't fully do
Right.
anything with this scene, so that's
Yeah.
absolutely
so
fine.
yeah.
All right.
I
Yeah.
want to go to. I'm guessing the church because like heresy is like a thing and sorcerers are a thing. I'm guessing they'd have like agents who handle that. I want to try and find out more information about this woman and how she might be connected. I want to
Right.
find out about this Evael Nora Van Outen. I
Okay.
want to find out
I
how
didn't-
she might be connected to our mom.
And you head to a church nearby.
Yeah, I might like I'm thinking like maybe the church keeps tabs on like known potential sorcerers or something like that.
Okay. Well, you head to a church. It looks like it's just finished a sermon, so there's lots of people coming out.
Is this like, do I know that this is somebody who deals with that sort of thing? Like this is like
Based on
normal
your best
church?
knowledge? Why don't you do a roll for me?
Okay.
What kind of roll for knowledge of this?
Could this be a navigate bureaucracy? As I am navigating church
Absolutely.
bureaucracy.
So what do you need to succeed there?
80%.
So,
80% or lower.
This is how this works. You roll a percentile dice, and as long as he gets 80% or lower,
probably
he
won't.
succeeds.
39.
You
So
succeed.
succeed.
As long as you don't get 81 plus, you're
Yeah.
fine. So, as all the public start drawing away,
Uh-huh.
an elderly priest man.
But I know that this elderly priest man, in his heyday, was a confessor. He hunted down heretics
Oh.
and sorcerers.
Oh damn.
Yes, that went quite well. I like that, sir.
Ah.
My favorite.
Brother, I am currently seeking.
A man of the silver judge. A woman of the silver judge.
Indeed.
Wow.
Thank you.
Sorry, my eyes.
My robes do hide my rather womanly figure.
Very well. Would you like to come in? Talk about the silver
Yes, let us take a pew, my brother.
Take a pew.
I am looking. There is an individual, a heretic, that I think may be connected to some church business. I am looking to find out if you know anything about an Evael Nora Van Houten.
Hush. In the church. Please.
Filthy.
Why don't we go?
Dirty heretic.
Why don't we go to the back and I can tell you more?
Sounds very dubious, but certainly.
Tell me how devout you are to the silver judge.
I am extremely devout to the
Well,
church.
let's find out, shall we? He takes you to the back and he pours out some red wine for you in a tiny little glass
Okay,
thing. It's literally a teacup.
okay,
And he sits you down in the dusty old back room of the church.
okay.
Well, I know of this Evael Nora. It's one of the few sorcerers who doesn't hide her dalliance with the dark powers. So the church knows of her. I'm surprised you haven't.
I'm interested how she may be connected to a Juniper Dayworth.
Oh. I don't know. I don't know. Let me tell you more. Maybe it might
Sure.
trigger something.
Sure, may do.
She was branded a heretic by the church and wanted by the crown. She sells the sorcerer's services to anyone who would intrigue her. Her prices are exorbitant. And she always works through an intermediary, usually some poor soul whose mind has been broken by the weight of her enchantments. Anyone wishing to contract her services can make contact by making inquiries in the district where she lives.
Which is?
She lives in the noble district, as far as I'm aware. I think it's the Duchy of Veshubar.
Yes, the Duchy of Vesubra.
Veszalber.
Veshelber.
Vaschalber. Zauber.
I've spelt it how I think it sounds.
Very well. I believe she has secretly subjugated the Lord and Lady of the head of House Oakmantle. And she now sits in their seat of power and takes great pleasure in forcing her noble thralls to abase themselves before her while she uses their resources to provide herself with a life of decadent leisure.
This heretic
I know.
must be brought to justice.
Why don't you give me another roll and see if you can eke more information out of this fella?
With a convince someone, 80%. 70.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Praise the silver judge.
Oh my god.
As he pours another into your little tiny teacup, he leans in to whisper. She ordered every mirror to be removed from the House Oakmantle estate. None remain. If someone attempts to view her reflection, they can see her reflection not as a human, but as a twisted, gray-skinned creature with a mouth full of dozens of needle-like teeth. I shit you not. Lord above.
I shitteth thee nay.
And another person walks in. I heard you talking about Eleonora.
Certainly was, brother or sister.
She
I
must be
can't tell.
brought to justice.
Indeed.
It's a young man. Beldrick, please. We were talking privately. You know you're not meant to snoop on us. It's all right, son. I want to help bring this person to justice. I know there's a connection to Lord Juniper.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me.
I will.
Tell me, brother. Preach it. Praise the silver judge.
She provided Lord Juniper with sorcerous means of rigging the carriage races, muddling in the mind of his rival Vanzabella mid-race. I knew that. That's all I got. Goodbye. He just walks out. Gotta like that boy.
Sweet boy.
Sweet boy.
Praise to you, brother.
Praise to you. May the silver judge bless you with Chinese. And then
Praise the silver judge.
the scene closes and everybody is done as the sun sets.
Well, I have interest.
Yes.
Like us two, we did the same scene. Would it then be like a nighttime scene if I wanted to tail
That'll be a complete different scene.
a completely different scene? Okay, fair enough.
So, you guys can decide now for the next segment if you want to do a legwork scene, so another whole
Thing
scene,
of like each of us get like a little
or
bit.
get back together and plan for another 15 minutes. And talk about what you know and figure things out for the next.
Guessing.
Keep in mind that like if you think about this out of character, we've only got 3 sessions.
Yeah.
So it's like we can do like a planning now, another legwork, and then another planning, and then it's like we have to pull it off.
Yes.
That's the
So,
ways.
Right.
if you choose to plan now, we'll do it before the break. If you choose to do a legwork, we'll go to a break now.
I would like to do a legwork
Guessing.
because I've got an idea for one.
Legwork, I'm not quite sure what I would.
Yeah, that's the only thing is I don't
Like
know
we
what
did
I
with
would want to do
finance.
necessarily next. I think we might be better off doing a planning.
Oh, can it not be these 3 planned and I?
No.
Oh, we
no,
have to
no,
all
we
do
have
it.
to do it all as a team. Yep.
Okay.
So I'm thinking,
Mechanically, you do.
I'm thinking planning might be better so we can figure out our next steps. Because we got quite a lot of information.
You'll still have another segment
To
which
do
is
legwork, yeah.
And then it'll be technically another legwork where you're at, wherever you want to be to do the kidnapping.
So the 4th scene is that
Basically, a
the
legwork
event.
scene is the event.
Okay. So
got
if we
2
plan
left to
now,
play
we'll
with.
have 2 legworks left.
We have a legwork and
So we have 2 plans, which is dumb.
Yeah, we'll have a, if we do a plan, if we do a planning now, we'll have a legwork and then it's the scene.
I see.
Right?
Yes.
So that last segment is,
That is
when
it.
we have to pull it off.
Okay. Okay. In
Or
that case,
we do, unless anybody has ideas for what they want to do as a legwork scene.
so I mean, my
in which case-
legwork would be to tail this woman.
You want to tell the woman.
Yeah, because she seemed awful interested in wanting this guy dead. And she also that whole.
Wait, are you planning now?
No,
No.
I'm not planning now.
not
I
planning.
was
Let's
just saying.
not discuss.
No, we're not discussing.
I
We're,
need you
we're
guys-
I'm just saying
suggesting
that
what our
would-
legworks would
Yeah.
be.
How about
That's not the
we
same.
turn this into an actual planning session?
We'll do the plan.
All
We'll
right,
stop
let's do
planning.
plan.
Okay,
Okay.
do planning.
Okay.
Can we get 15 minutes on screen, please? Stephen.
Well,
And then-
greetings, everybody.
You've got 15 minutes and the Crystal Dome.
If you're
Hey.
just tuning in,
Gold tickets only.
I don't know why you're just tuning in, but we're playing Dusk City Outlaws, and it's a cool game, and we're.
I think Steve might have a link to put in chat where you can buy it.
Cool.
Link to buy it. Is that what you said? You were saying earlier?
I didn't give him a link, but if you Google Dusk City Outlaws.
Oh, Trott.
I couldn't find it.
Trott.
I couldn't find it.
Trott.
Tris.
Right, so we can do thingy now,
Some planning.
Yes.
Okay.
Feel free to kick off.
and then we'll have a break,
minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
which is free planning.
Nice.
No, it's
Delula.
fucking not. No talking.
The time is going. Delula, that
Right.
girl,
so
she
good
seemed
to see
awful.
you guys.
Wait, whoa.
We've been stuck with this
we
one.
don't have a lot of time. Hey,
Mate.
Delula, that girl, she seemed awful shifty. Seemed interested in getting this guy out of the race. She had those plans.
Well, clearly she's
don't
perhaps
know.
one of the ones that has hired the assassin.
It's
That we are here to
possible,
stop.
but
Well, exactly.
why would
certainly
she
she
not
implied
want to,
it.
be more intrigued by what we were planning if she thought,
Well, we
You
don't
know?
know, yes.
Yeah.
She didn't hire
Well,
us.
I know
Or maybe
that
she's
she has,
watching her
her
back, but-
mind has been muddled by heresy.
Listen, you keep saying this
No,
heresy.
but no, really, no, a sorcerer has muddled her mind.
Oh.
And that's what's
Oh.
causing her to lose the races. And this sorcerer works for Juniper, so if we try and snag him, it's likely that this sorcerer will be trying to meddle in our affairs as well.
Listen, I don't know much about magic.
No, good thing. Good thing there are no sorcerers around.
No sorcerers at all.
Yep.
None at all. No
have
one
to report
using
those
even
straight
minor
to the church.
illusions or anything like that.
Straight to the church.
Straight to the
jails.
church. Yeah, no, I get it.
Behead. Off with their heads, I say.
Yeah, just hang them. Get rid of them.
Heretics.
Disgusting, if you ask me.
So
Anyway.
you want to follow the woman to what?
I mean,
Achieve what?
you say her mind's being muddled. How do we know she's not just insane?
I'm pretty sure that she is being affected by an evil sorcerer.
Right. Well, what did you see at the safe house? Anything interesting? Did you see him? Did you see, did you see this Baal Ruga guy?
Well, I don't know who that is.
Yes, woman.
Huh?
Did you see someone
Relay
who looked
what
like
we
he had a
learned. What
plague?
did you learn when you were scouting? Can you remember?
So the safe house, unfortunately, is guarded quite heavily by blooded. However, they don't seem to be on guard for the higher levels. So it's a possibility we could sneak in at the top
Work our way down.
Break
We
in.
might be able to grab him before
and nab
the rest.
the little brat.
Or
well,
if he's not there, it could be that he's storing his carriage there, and we could construct a compartment that we keep the animals in, and at the right time in the race, you blow a whistle that then triggers the animals to come out of their little box, and then they unhook the doors, allowing
I
us
love
to
it.
get into the cat to
I
carriage.
love it.
I ain't never seen any animals
Priest
do
lady,
anything
you
like
Might be a
are
few
all right.
drawback dice on that shit.
I don't see why.
that. Well, we
Sounds
also
perfectly
learned,
cromulent.
we also learned that people go around inspecting all the carts, all the horses. They haven't actually done that yet.
Okay,
So maybe
we could forge some.
we could dope up his horses.
we could
Yeah.
forge some documents to get us in the race.
I believe you said
Yeah,
that
we can
his.
get us in the race
oh,
so we
could
can
do
go
that as well.
alongside and grab him as
I remember you also said he's very fond of his own horse.
Yeah,
If he
the,
didn't
Dave-
have that horse, if we were to perhaps drug it or kidnap it.
I do have a magic frog that if the horse licks it, poof, there you go.
Do you actually have?
Out of it.
Yeah, man,
Uh,
I've been on that toad before. It's good. It's real good.
It says here, oh no, no, I can only pick 2. But it says all other small domesticated animal. You could domesticate a frog.
You want to poison
We've
me?
already
frog.
got 2 choices.
I already
there.
have 2.
Yeah.
I mean, I have.
We could try. We could probably try and get like some knockout drugs or something.
We could either drug the thing. I have these brass knuckles. I can punch a horse.
Yes! No, I'm mortified.
I ain't adverse to choking a horse out if we need to.
I'm
Whoa,
saying,
check
if
his
he
horse.
doesn't have his prized horse, he might
Behave
race,
yourself.
And then we maybe
Thomas.
snatch him.
Just imagine someone just trying to strangle a horse. He's just overpowered.
Beating a horse.
Okay.
That's a great euphemism.
Beating the horse.
Beat that horse.
Beat the horse.
Okay.
What was
Also, there was this choke point, this bridge point. Could we use that in some way?
Well,
If he can only
what
cross
worries
it one
me
at a
about
time.
that is the fact of the woman was saying that Benzabella was saying that he's quite a reckless driver, so he might just go first, which means
But what?
if we
What
stall
if
him
we're
anyway,
ahead?
it's going to be noticed. Like,
What
really
if?
noticed.
What if we ensure that he gets into first place, and then we collapse the bridge.
Well, hey, do we know if the race
So
is,
Out though.
do we know if the racetrack
Need to
itself
save him.
is maintained or
Well, the canals, it would drop into the canals. So they're like river canals.
it drops into the canals? You say?
Yeah.
Does it drop into the canals?
The bridges all go across canals, right? I thought that was the thing of New Dunhaven.
4 different bridges were erected across over the same stretch of the canal.
Yeah, so it would go across the canal.
Well, hey,
What?
I have control of the family gondola.
Oh, nice.
The car.
Nice.
If we drop him into the canal, we could easily have him land in one of these things, and we just shoot off down the canal.
Oh, I
Wait,
like
wait,
it.
wait. This is a whole carriage falling
Well, what if
into
we
a little
could-
gondola.
Well, if
Fine,
the
I could
carriage
get-
falls in, he's in the water of the canal,
We
and
grab
he's
that.
easily accessible. We're in the gondola underneath. Bada bing,
Say
bada
gondola
boom.
underneath again.
What?
Say gondola underneath again.
There's a gondola underneath the bridge.
Blend it into one word.
The gondola. Gondola underneath.
Gondola.
There's a gondola underneath.
Gondola.
The gondola underneath the canal. All right. What's the deal? You don't see me. What's your name anyway? Tallulah? Come on. You don't.
It was just
Listen, I'm
funny.
very sensitive. All right.
All right.
With a last name like Tagliatelle, I get people jibing at me all the time. God damn.
All the names.
Damn, I like that plan.
So,
So-
drop him.
I like it.
If the bridge, if the race course is being maintained before the race actually begins, maybe we could, grease a few palms, make sure that bridge collapses in the right time.
I can certainly, there will be no doubt somebody I have some sway over that I can get them to do a task for me.
I could just hire a guy.
Yeah, we could do both.
Yeah, either or.
So, okay, so what do we want to do in the next thing?
Well, also,
want
how
to-
do we make sure he's in the right position? So
That's the thing we
he's
need.
the
That's what we
one
need
who
to
falls
set
in.
up. That's what we need to set up.
Alternatively, we could just sabotage the entire race.
Yeah.
The bridge collapses, everyone goes plummeting in. But then again, one at a time, how do we make sure he just doesn't stop?
What if instead of collapsing the bridge, we break into his safe house? If his carriage is there, we could attach some sort of device, like an explosive, like a timed explosive, that will cripple it as he reaches the bridge, rather than collapsing the whole bridge. Can anybody?
Wouldn't that blow him up as well?
Well, no. If we just put a small explosive to a wheel, we break a wheel.
Oh, okay, but you're not expecting the bridge to blow with it.
No.
No.
But then if he's on the bridge, we can just throw him over the side onto the family gondola and then sail him
Yeah,
away.
I could like hide out, get my cockatoo to just like.
How can everyone see the entire
do what?
track?
I don't
Or
know.
is it going to be like super obvious? Like just
No, Tallulah, don't worry about that. I can arrange for a church procession or the bells to ring to cover our
I was
crime.
going to say,
Oh.
Are you worried
That's
about the
fine
local
then.
forces?
Okay,
Because listen, I got it sweet with some of the officers around here. They won't be looking.
Oh, I was
that
worried if
direction.
someone saw us like kidnap him, then they come after us to try and stop us, kind of thing.
Well, that's where you get this guy.
The getaway. That's what I was just saying.
So how? I guess when I was at the racetrack, I would have seen. But how early on is the first bridge from the like, starting line? Also, do we know what position he's actually in the race? From like the
It'll
starting,
be a race, yeah, I suppose.
or do they start in a line?
I imagine they start in a line
Okay,
and then they
so
race.
it's not pole
But they do
position.
go over the bridge one by one, essentially.
They come up to the 4 bridge crossing, and then it's a case of who's there first. Gets over there.
He's already been
You didn't actually
sabotaging.
move beyond
Just staring,
area.
yeah, at the.
to check out the entire racetrack, but that's what you saw from your vicinity.
Yeah.
So we know that the 4 bridge crossing is like a major choke
There's
point.
definitely more to this race
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
goes off.
So we could do that. We can explore more of the race course potentially, find other choke points.
Well, we need to rig the place anyway.
Well, I think I need somebody who is good at sneaking. Is anybody
But I
particularly?
can disguise myself and look like anybody else.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
So I
probably
can
the
pretty
best.
much just
Yeah.
stroll along as whoever,
Okay.
and then just change back.
I'm just thinking if me and somebody else could go to the blooded turf and we could break into his house. But I'm not very good at lock picking and things like that.
Oh.
I don't know if anybody else is.
You're
Oh.
probably most likely.
So I mean, in terms of my influence points, so I can use my influence to gain the use of the family-owned gondola for a full day.
Yeah, kind of.
Also, I can acquire goods that fell off the back of a wagon. So that could be like, I suppose, in this universe, timed explosives, is that a thing? I don't really know.
Explosives are a thing.
Okay.
It'd probably be a fuse, right? Like it wouldn't be like
Yeah, it'd be a fuse.
I could
Set it and run.
I could convince members of the City Watch to look away for a single scene. I can...
I don't think we need to worry too much about that. I think
We have
should
got
be
distraction techniques.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Also, I'm very good when working with the crowd.
Or I can commandeer the assistance of up to 10 low-ranking members of the family for a scene.
It's the boys.
Just get the boys,
boys
in.
in.
Getting the boys in.
We got like a few minutes. What do we want to do for these next sessions? What do we want to
We
actually
need
achieve?
someone to go to the racecourse to basically scope it out and rig the actual extraction point.
We need to find out.
Are we going to blow a bridge though, or are we going to bring?
Well, if you go, I mean, whoever goes there, if we broke the bridge, then
We
Broke
have
the
wait,
bridge.
wait, wait.
No,
In which
no.
case, if you want to put it on the carriage,
Yeah.
it's going to be checked over before the race.
Yeah, we need to.
So we have to have some kind of way of getting it through the race.
also the sorceress won't be
Rabbits. Rabbits can sneak explosives onto the
Yeah,
carriage.
legit.
They literally could do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's just sacrifice a bunny to strap it to
No,
the
no, no,
bunny.
no, no. I mean a suicide bunny. Like it carries the explosive onto the carriage, hides it,
Oh my god.
and then
I don't think it has
needs
the
to light
dexterity
Yeah,
to
it
take
needs
it
to
off.
light it, doesn't it?
How attached? What about like a satchel charge? Like, could we detonate the thing with a button? Is that a
No,
thing?
I
we
don't
could
think
do?
we'd be able.
You would have to do a roll for me with 2 drawback for you to be able to do it.
Risky.
To be able to do it, or to, like
That's
right now, to
real
be able to
risky.
To
find
construct that.
to construct it. Okay.
No, just literally lighting. It's got literally like, I don't know,
5
30
minutes.
seconds to get onto the carriage.
Those drawbacks, if they give me, if they trigger, they can generate some heat for me.
And the bridge that we saw, the first bridge, I suppose, or no, there's 2 bridges that we saw. How long were they?
I'd say they are at least 10 meters long.
That's not long. And if we have a timed explosive, we have to make sure
Right.
it goes off at the right time.
Whilst we're planning, we do need to figure out what we're going to do next. We've got 3 minutes left. We need to sneak into the safe house. I think you need to lead that because you're the only one who can actually do things like climb and fight stuff. And
Yeah.
if it goes wrong,
Good point. I don't know.
you're the only
All
one
right.
who can do that. I will come with you because I'm good at distracting stuff. So I can keep the blooded distracted at the front while you break in.
Okay.
Maybe have Forense go with you to assist. Like, I don't know if you're good
Yeah.
at like climbing and sneaking around and stuff.
I have a whip.
You have distract, you have locate someone, you
Uh,
have run like hell, which will work.
tails somewhere.
Shall I check out the actual course and see if there's
See
anywhere
if there's
better
any other
for
points
us
that we
to...
can do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll just join
Get
you
'em
just
out.
as backup in case we need to kick some butt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll be
which
there
I
to
can
do some
definitely
distractions
do.
and stuff.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
need to sabotage his carriage so we can
We need to get into the
stall him.
carriage. Yeah, I think you should get some explosives. I think that's
Yeah.
like you should spend your influence to get some explosives.
Not to get the gondola in the canal.
Fuck, maybe we do need the gondola.
Well, we've got 2. We have, technically, I could use 2.
yeah, that's true.
Well, we can
but
put
that's the
ourselves in
group
a race
influence.
and be there to grab him or whatever. We're going to be on the course anyway.
No, we're not,
Somehow.
not necessarily. If we're
2
planning on
minutes.
blowing the bridge
Automatic
and
lock-in.
he falls into the canal,
Yeah.
and we just wrench him out there and we just sail away.
A bit like
Bingo
the bridge is
bango.
only short, so...
But what we could do is, if the bridge is short, what we could do is, even if he's not in first, we station somebody at the bridge with a short fuse explosive. When we see him approaching, as he's like coming up to it, we could blow the bridge, have the gondola waiting nearby.
But if there's 2 wagons coming at the same time, we press the fuse and the other guy somehow gets ahead, then we've just blown the bridge on someone else.
But we know that this guy's unlikely to do that. He's super reckless. He won't let somebody else go ahead of him.
Could
Yeah,
we,
any
in
sort
the
of-
choke point, set up a barricade? On the
Try
other
and-
side
we
of the
could,
bridge?
We could try and distract. If he is like in competition with somebody, maybe we could have like your bird or something try and fly into him or do something.
Yeah,
like that.
literally,
If
yeah.
like
Something,
distract-
that,
Like,
something that stops him on the bridge. So it could either be a barricade on the other end, something that distracts him so that he plows into the...
You
I
could
guess
even
it was a
drive
wooden
off the
bridge,
edge
wasn't
with
it? Very
that.
thin.
I mean,
Yeah.
that solves the whole
Different
issue of the
kinds.
explosion.
That's true. Don't have to sacrifice bunny.
There's a 4-bridge
Whatever.
crossing, an intersection
Doesn't
of 4
have to
different
sacrifice. That can
bridges.
fly away, it's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I mean-
all you only know about the 4 bridges.
I've got to
So-
check out the
But that's what I
rest
mean,
of the
when we
course.
saw them, was it like a wooden bridge or was it like a
There are
stone?
4 different bridges. They're
What,
erected
of different
across the-
materials, yeah.
They're all
Right.
different architectural styles and elevations. Each bridge is so narrow. So I imagine they are all worthy of having like carriages
Driven over,
blow
yeah.
over them.
So we'd need to blow them
So
properly.
I say either get an explosive or at least
30
get something to
seconds.
destroy the carriage with, or like a destroy a wheel with. That's what we need.
Just,
I'll
like,
check out
toss
the
a
rest of
bomb
the
on
course.
thing and like try
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
blow up
If
the
all else
thing.
fails, we find a
Or a
different spot.
stun grenade or something.
There could be a better spot, and as long as we've got the explosive to either damage the carriage or something around it, we'll be fine.
Because ideally we want to grab him without anybody realising he's been grabbed, because then obviously they won't go
That's
looking
true.
for him.
There will be
That's
a
what I mean.
crowd.
Destroying
Yeah.
the
But
destroying
if it
the
looks
carriage.
like he's dead,
7 seconds left. If people
I can
fall off
step
the
in as
bridge,
a alternative
like carnage
if need
happens in
be.
those races. So
2,
we'll just go to there,
1.
we'll scope out, it's going to be good.
That's the end
Oh,
of
God.
their second planning phase. They have one final
I
legwork
feel
scene.
like we've got the best characters for this.
Yeah, I kind of wish I wasn't a Vesper.
No,
Well,
Vesper's fine. I think like.
Well,
like
I don't really have anything on influence. I can.
yeah.
So we didn't actually make any rolls in our
Tom
first
seemed
scene.
like the best
either.
planned out
So
character.
was that something that we could have just said, like,
look at Vesper.
I want to do this?
if it required a roll where it felt like there was a potential setback to you doing something, then yes. Otherwise, the information came out based on your conversation.
Well, it was mainly just like sizing someone up was one of my things.
Yeah.
I could have done that to see, like, you know, does she look like the kind of person who would
You could.
Absolutely.
do that?
Yeah.
But,
If you want to do that, you just tell me.
Yeah.
okay,
and then
okay,
go.
I'll do that for the next one. That's fine.
So,
No, pin and flame.
Or read the one above it. You can actually send a poisoned letter to someone.
Wow.
we're going to go for a little break.
Okay.
And when we come back, there's a final legwork scene to get the last remnants of planning in action before the kidnapping
the
occurs.
extraction.
So join us in 5 Yogscast minutes, and we'll see you soon.
Silver
Goodbye.
Judge be with you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Don't go in. Oh, it's really nice to have you guys back with us in a really peaceful new Dunhaven.
Wow. Yeah. Really nice.
Thank you.
Thank
This
you.
is
Wow.
Dusk City Outlaws. We are halfway through the mission. The job is to kidnap a pompous man, a son of Lord Dayworth, before he becomes assassinated. I think these guys have chosen to do it at the carriage race, where he's illegally sneaking out of his safe house in the Greaselake district to go to these races, race them in them himself, potentially sabotage someone else so that he wins, and you're going to do a switch of some kind.
Yeah.
Or just a removal.
We're not really sure what we're doing. We're going to also break into his safe house now, and maybe we just grab him.
Well,
Could we just grab him now? I suppose.
I mean, maybe if he's there.
That, or if you won, we could grab him after he won.
you all fall asleep, thinking about what the hell to do. The sun rises on a new summer's day.
Nice.
A fresh, summery day where there's summer fates and such things happening. People are handing out lemonade, and it's beach balls. Like
Handing out
people are
lemonade.
playing
Have they got a
volleyball.
permit for that?
I'm sure the City Watch have given them a permit for that.
Is it like an 8-year-old kid or something like
Yeah, they're all wasted.
Politics!
that? That is.
It's the start of a new scene, so I'm going to
fresh.
generate 4 heat. However, I'm also going to spend 4 heat.
What?
We don't know why.
Okay.
There's 5 in the pool remaining, which I can still use if there's any drawbacks. Okay, so I'm going to need someone to take a lead on a scene. What are you going to do, where are you going to do, and what are you going to achieve, and why are you going to achieve it, who are you going to meet?
You wanted to go check out the rest of the course,
I want to see the whole course.
and then we are breaking into the safe house.
Yes.
So you want
Not
to
really
go
anyone
back to the
particular to me, but-
Southton County racetrack.
Yeah.
You are on your own.
I want to actually get like a full walk round idea of what's there.
Okay, as you head back, it's still relatively quiet.
Okay.
Apart from, there are more City Watch wandering around.
Okay.
Oh.
They look like they're snooping.
Oh.
And in fact, you've seen the same racing lady, Venzabella,
Yeah.
chatting loudly and argumentatively with what looks like a captain of this watch.
Okay.
Oh, they're investigating the race.
And he seems like he's pointing at her, looks quite condescending. You hear just like snide remarks. He looks like this.
Wow. Hello.
It's very
red.
Yeah.
Sunburn. Summer's day.
Summer's day. Yeah.
That's sunburn. Whoa.
And it seems like they're having an argument and he's just pointing his finger at her and she's just like giving it back as well from this distance.
Am I allowed to get a bit of an idea of the course before
Yeah, you can totally skirt them because it's quite a big area.
Yeah, I want to try and get the course first.
If you want to, do you want to be hidden from the City Watch? At the moment, they seem to be interested in looking around at the racetrack and things like that.
Right, okay, so they're checking out the racetrack too.
Yes.
I
Snooping around, looking in stuff.
don't think it'd be that bad for me to be checking out the racetrack.
Well, you could just disguise yourself. So you
Yeah,
don't
is there like anybody that like works on the track like regularly?
You see some cleaners. You see some people just painting.
Can I make myself look like a cleaner and just?
Okay,
drift
so you
around
go
the
into the
course?
corner. You find a quiet spot.
Yeah.
And you're going to put together an outfit.
I have to do rolls, I think.
Yeah.
Do you have to do a roll?
She doesn't
Yeah.
put together an outfit. She uses magic.
So is it an actual skill that you have a percentage? of?
Yeah, 90%.
Yep, masking these faces. So you can use sorcery to physically transform yourself into a different person indefinitely. You choose one individual you have seen and heard, transmuting your form to mimic their body and voice, then make a roll to see if you can do so. When you use sorcery, you always have 4 challenge die for that roll. If your roll results includes drawback, you can suggest or cost or unintended consequence of the sorcery you use to the judge. You can revert to your natural form at any time.
Judge Chris, what?
Right, okay.
So along with this roll, you also have to roll 4 of those black dice, please.
Okay.
And what? And so these.
They're
These are
blanked or they
drawback
have
dice.
What should I roll first? Do you roll?
All of them together.
all together.
And you're looking
Feel
for
free to
under
roll them
90%.
there. All right.
Oh,
We've got
47.
47 and 2.
So you
2 drawbacks.
succeeded.
Yeah.
You create this illusion of a cleaner. It's perfect in every way. You even have a broom.
Nice.
Created with a nice bristled end.
But you with the 2 drawbacks, you can suggest a cost or unintended consequence.
What's
for
wrong with
using
your costume?
sorcery?
Um,
What problems could it cause?
And
you?
because it's 2 drawbacks, it's relatively serious.
am I dressed as them as well, then I'm assuming?
Yep.
So in
you
which
can
case,
completely look like
I
someone.
might just say that there's something wrong with my outfit and I've actually got high heels.
Nice.
It's a little bit weird. I'm
big
trying to like,
stilettos.
I've got the full costume and then the shoes are just off and I'm just desperately hoping no one's
drag
going to
queen
notice.
heels.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, let's just play
Everyone
this
else in their
down.
boots and
Okay.
she's.
Yeah,
Now, sissy that what?
yeah, exactly. So I'm just like awkwardly shuffling like.
So as you move along, you actually have to use the broom as almost like to keep you
I'm
going.
guarding my feet
Yeah.
as I'm brushing them.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like positioning it so like
All
every
right.
step I take, I'm like broom,
nice.
move,
You
broom.
start getting some glances from
Oh, no.
City Watch looking by. They're just like
It's just,
giving you side eye.
just unusual to see.
So if you could, for me, please, roll percentile dice to try and sneak around.
Okay.
So is that one of your skills?
You have no.
I don't have a sneaky thing,
So
no.
it'll be
Nope,
anything
so it'll
else.
be
I have
anything else.
lying,
Which is
but
what do you need then? 50%?
50%.
yeah. Or I have convinced someone.
I'm going
but...
to add a black dice in because of the stilettos.
Okay.
But they won't know it's
Ooh,
you.
no, that's not
fail.
good. That's
That's it.
fail.
87.
You there! Come here.
Hi, yeah.
I'm a member of the City Watch and we're making an investigation.
Oh, nice to
There's
meet
been
you.
some rigging happening at these
Oh,
races,
really?
and you look suspect.
Oh, I just clean around this bit here.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a weekend.
interesting. Why are you wearing those? Out of interest.
Look, my job isn't very glamorous. I sometimes like to add a little sparkle to my day
And you think
in the
that's...
form of heels.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with it. I can still do my job perfectly fine with it. It's just for me, it makes me feel better.
Are you going to be working tomorrow night?
Well, no, I just got to clean it today, and then that's it for today.
Right.
I don't normally work during the night. I just clean during the day.
Were you there for the previous race?
No, I've only recently got this bit. I used to do a bit of cleaning down the road.
Very well. Please stay clear of the tracks.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll just sweep over here then, yeah?
Good. I'll be keeping an eye on you.
All right, no
I'm
worries.
sure I'll be able to hear you as well.
Click, click, click.
You slink away. away from the captain's watch. He gives
Okay.
you an eye for like a good 10 seconds before.
Right, I'm just gonna keep brushing
Okay.
until then.
And as you make your way out, you're going to try and look around the track?
Yeah, I want to try and see as much as I can of it, just
Okay.
from where I am.
So you start following the track, and past the 4-bridge crossing, you notice that it also passes through what looks like a warren tunnel, a long underground tunnel that travels underground. It literally says
Right.
that. Beneath a canal.
Ah.
The tunnel is lit by alchemical light globes and is usually empty of traffic at night. The tunnel has several badly sealed holes leading to the old city. And as you are walking away from the 4 bridges and past that, you hear the argument between the Lady Vesabella and this City Watch captain just fade into the distance, out of earshot. But they're still arguing.
So from where I am, I can't really hear him anymore. It's just like.
You went because you went
Okay,
around
okay, that's fine.
and got distracted by another city guard.
Okay.
Right.
Boom.
Nothing else or anyone else unusual around there.
You see a couple more City Watch, but the further around the track you get, they're
Okay.
more. at
No
the
one
start.
odd like me then.
No stiletto
Okay.
cleaners, surprisingly. Yeah.
Unusual. Okay.
All right. and
Makes me
that's-
feel
that's
better
what
about that
you
then. Yeah.
Figure out, and we'll draw close to that scene unless
Okay.
anyone else is part of the Southton County race.
No, it's just me.
All
I
right.
think.
Who wants to take lead on the next scene?
You were taking lead on the breaking into the safe house.
Yeah, so I guess, yeah, we are around the same place where you were when you
Yep.
were looking around.
Are you joining, or you're on your
Yeah,
own?
Yes, I
think
think
that's
we're
three of us.
assisting.
Yeah.
Me, Grace, and
Firenze.
Firenze are going to assist.
That's going in.
Okay.
Vesper is in the common lands.
Yeah,
There's
that's
a bit of heat.
Yep. But
Oh, shit,
I'm
yeah,
going
of course.
To, yeah, but it's fine.
Dang it.
You two, I think, should go in to the safe house. I'm gonna try and distract the blooded around. Like I'm gonna wait
Okay.
and see if they looks like they're drawing attention. I'm gonna try and step in and distract them.
Very well. As you walk towards this 3-story building,
Are you gonna use the one next to it and then jump over?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's...
I'm thinking that's
Okay.
best.
so you'll tell me what you're doing right now.
So there, you're gonna go to the building that was adjacent.
Yeah,
to
we're
it,
climbing up the one next to the building with
and then
the
you're gonna try and jump
Yeah.
across. I'm waiting because I'm not conspicuous in the area. I'll just be like preaching on the street and watching, and then if I looks like the blooded are gonna divert their attention, I'm gonna try and distract them.
Okay. So you see 2 blooded out the front, as they were guarding before. The other patrolman walks around wearing his big dick, and he just like kicks the floor now and again, like says some stuff to the 2 at the front. He just wander near to you as you're preaching, just like gives you an eye.
Silver Judge,
He's like hoiking up flame,
classic balance.
spits on the floor, and continues wandering around.
Okay. But I'm waiting until it looks like those guys are drawing attention
You
before I
two.
do anything.
So we're
You're-
climbing up the next building, ready to leap across if it's viable.
You're sneaking around.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'd like you both to give me a sneaking around. But because you're relatively far away from the building, I'm not going to give you any drawbacks.
Okay.
If it's,
Oh
if you
no,
don't-
my
if you don't
sneak
have sneak
around.
around, then it's anything else.
Yeah, me too.
My sneak around 65%.
Really?
50.
Oh, wow.
Super sneaky team. Really
rogue.
good.
If that
Should
fails,
have
I guess
got
I
a thief.
Yeah.
49.
You just do it.
That's
Perfect.
a success.
I think that's equivalent to a
60,
nat
65
20, isn't
for
it? Okay.
No.
Oh, I have to get under
Yeah.
Under that or under.
60.
No,
No,
that's
sorry,
six.
6.
Oh, is that 6?
Yeah.
Nice.
All
No
right.
problem.
You leave Clip Clop behind this time because you realise that it's
See
quite.
here, little scritches.
Yeah, and
It's
then
in like an alleyway, like a getaway horse.
Yeah, yeah.
you're literally a blur. You like sprint through the alleyway straight into like a shadowed alcove into the building. And you just do a very quick like turn of the door handle, and then you're inside the building. It was
Yes.
unlocked. It's in a dusty, darkened room that seems to be completely unoccupied. How convenient.
Okay.
You, however, Mr. Tagliatelle,
Yeah.
you walk into the alleyway and you see the blooded patrolman walking in the far distance, and you freeze. Yes. He turns around and just keeps walking.
Nice.
Didn't think that was going to work.
He sneezes.
So am I in the building, or am I?
Then you can make as you.
Are you waiting to see if Tom went, bless you? Like classic, classic stealth joke.
Was. And you managed to make your way into the same door.
Okay.
It's Benzie.
So empty room, dusty and untouched. We're on the 3rd floor.
Yeah.
And we know that the second.
It looked like it was the ground floor that they were guarding the most.
Oh, so second's okay as well?
So it looks like this is a decrepit old building that you're in. It's completely dark and it's dusty and old, but it's completely unoccupied. And you can easily make your way to the top floor of this building. The one adjacent to the actual.
Oh, okay, so we're not in the main building yet.
Were you trying to sneak into the main building?
Yes.
Oh, no, sorry. I suppose, we were sneaking into this building so that we can then jump across to the next one.
Yeah.
So, I guess if we've got that.
You've made your way to the top floor of the adjacent building.
Yeah.
You also notice a copper clothes wire with clothes hanging on it that connects this building to that building.
Perfect.
How well, maintained is that? Because if this is a decrepit old building and there's a clothes wire, if I was to give it a little tug.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Quite a solid twang. Seems to be sturdy. The clothes flap in the wind.
And there are clothes on there as well.
There's some pegs.
I'm guessing we
I
can't
feel like
see.
I'm going to accidentally land disguised.
Yeah.
Duvet man. And there is a window directly above or directly beneath the clothing line.
And I don't suppose that's something we can
Did
run
you say
into.
there were stairs that led from the roof down, though? Mm-hmm. Into the building?
Yep.
Yeah. There you go.
That's at the back. You're currently on the east side looking at it.
Okay. Is it jumpable if we didn't use
No.
those wires?
Oh.
I
The
see.
whole street's width.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I see. And looking down at the street,
You see the patrolman that gave you the eye walking back around. This is the side of the building, so it was only him. He's walking around the back right now to where the staircase is.
he doesn't look like it, but I'm a big guy. I'm pretty sure if I go on this thing, it's gonna collapse easy. You, on the other hand, hey,
I'm
you're
a nimble young lad, yeah.
Oh yeah, you're a
boy.
You're a
You
boy.
can give me, if you want me
Yeah,
to
yeah.
distract
Yeah.
the guy, if you want me to distract the patrol guy, you can give me a signal. I can keep him distracted.
You're preaching away. You can hear the echoes of the preaching resonating up to the top floor.
Give me a bird call.
I feel like you. you know our plan.
Yeah.
So I
know
guess
that you're trying
you
to
see
sneak
us
in.
up
So I
there
can
and-
wait until he's in the best position, like the patrolman.
He's slowly skirting around.
So
coming
when
back
I
around.
notice he's in the best position to face him away from them and keep him distracted.
He's currently on the west side now, which is opposite this clothing line and opposite you guys.
Okay, so I'm gonna see him. I'm gonna lock eyes with him. My son. What? I'm gonna step over, and your balance has been shifted, my friend. Salvation, your soul is in danger.
What?
I want to try and read his aura to see if he's what he's all into, and then I'm
do
gonna
that.
try and use
Have
this.
you got the drawback?
What he's all
it's
into.
just it's a quirk, 80%,
All right.
You could put the fear of God into it.
74. So I can apparently find out certain information like how corrupt they are, if they're violent, what their vices are, any strong relationships they have, I peer into his soul.
Oh, maybe you could get
You know.
details of who's inside.
Quite a lot from this man. This man is a fucking open book. He loves his mum,
Okay.
but he's very violent.
Okay.
He beats the shit out of people.
Right.
You can also tell that he's got a tenuous relationship with his boss,
Right. Okay.
who is the man that you know about.
Bale Ruger.
Yes, Bale Ruger. You know that he controls his gang not through threat of force, so he's not violent, but the promise of great rewards. He's like, I'll give you anything you want. You just got to do
Work
this
for
job.
me.
You
Does he have any vices? Is he drugs or anything like that?
This guy
Yeah.
loves drinking, and they
Okay.
all drink on the second floor of this building.
Second floor.
That seems to be, they've holed up here, this little gang that's looking after Lord Juniper and keeping him safe.
Okay.
The top floor, they never go to.
I'm like, my dear son, I can see in your soul a poison has swelled throughout your body.
Poison?
Poison, liberious alcohol. Your balance has shifted. You have been promised great rewards, but there is no greater reward than salvation.
How did you know that?
Why, I see a sweet mother in your eyes. how sad she would be
What's
to
wrong with
see
Mummy?
your soul. No, she is fine, but if she saw
I'll
how
be the living shadow
tainted
you
your
can't.
soul has become.
In the background.
And I'm just like, this is like, they can hear this big, loud speech.
I'll never drink again if Mummy's going to get hurt. I'll never drink again.
Oh, wow, who has done this to you, my sweet child of the Silver
Well,
Judge?
just a
Who
lad.
has convinced you?
Oh, our boss. Our boss.
What man is this that would lead such a fine young man astray? Who would take him from the clutches of his mother?
It's true. I never wanted to get into this gang life. But it's not
too late.
It's not like he's aggressive or anything. He just says I can get lots of money.
But you know money.
And Mummy's very poor and I like to give her some money for bread.
Oh, well, you know that there is always fine work in the Church of the Silver Judge. We can always use new acolytes to work for us.
I do like the priestly robes. I don't like the low-cut dick.
Come with me, son. I'm going to try and lure him away, like lead him away so he's not watching anymore.
Teach me more, priest. Thank you.
Come with me.
And he just walks away.
What?
I suppose as that's happening,
Listen to that all day.
we are just zip wiring across.
Dun,
or-
dun,
yeah.
dun, 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 dun.
In which case, I guess...
Well,
it's
unless what do you want to?
what-
No, I was
Okay.
saying like, do we have to roll?
Yes, so it'll be some form of athletics check. See what's on your list.
I think you have something.
So I have climb, jump, or tumble. I suppose that.
It will count.
It'll
It'll
count.
count.
You'd be like climbing up
60.
across the rope.
You're essentially like zip lining.
Yeah.
And because you've distracted the only man that will be looking, no drawbacks, but you fail. So,
Well, you can
I've
boost it in a
not
second.
technically done this yet.
no, yeah. So, step up.
Now, what you could do, if you really want to succeed on this, you can spend luck, which is basically your
Push your
life. But it costs you 10 life for every 10 you want to succeed
And we have 100 luck.
100, so
Yeah.
you need to spend 20, because that would bring you down to 64, which would just be under 65.
Oh, I see. Yeah, so I rolled an 84. I need to get 65.
So you could spend 20 luck, so
I-
you'd be down to 80, but you could do it.
I'll spend the luck.
For every 10 luck you spend when pushing your luck, you also have to roll a challenge.
Do you
bonus.
have to do that as
Oh.
well?
So it could be a setback as well. Which could give me some heat.
Should I? Yeah.
I think, like, what? You're going to fall off this fucking building?
what else
Either
are
that
you
or I
gonna do?
die. So
Yeah, what
Yeah.
else are you going to do?
So you push 20 luck.
Oh,
Two drawback.
2 drawback on 2 dice.
Basically,
What are the
give myself
chances of
2
that
heat.
actually?
Great.
6 of. Oh, actually, it's quite high. It's quite high chance of getting those.
It's all right. Don't worry about the heat. I got this.
Okay.
The cleaner's going to
Tell you
sort
what,
out.
one is going to be one heat. The other one, as you step up, big lumbering tagliatelle
You're going to
man.
hear the.
Yeah.
How do you grip onto?
Well, I suppose I've got like my gloves because I don't want to get cut up by this
Yeah,
this
copper
wire. I
wire.
suppose.
Yeah.
I'll take one of your like eagle training gloves or something like that. And yeah, I literally just
You hoist yourself down and climb along, pushing the clothes out the way. They kind of just go with you, so you're collecting them.
Pants
Go along.
and duvets
Like
and
Aladdin.
pillowcases.
Nice.
One piece of cloth actually falls
uh-huh.
in a big clump
Oh,
and just hits the floor in a dull thud. And you see some movement as you're leading this man away.
Leading this guy away.
Of the two guys at the front, one of them looks around. What was that? Go check it out, mate.
Okay. Well, I've got this guy away. I'll
you
just
make it to the
gesture
end.
him away.
You're holding on, and your hand is on the wall, and the window is right in front of you. It
Okay.
looks like you could maybe lift it and get in.
I would get in now.
I am getting. I'm gonna lift it in that. Well, I guess one hand on, one hand there. Does it open?
Yep, it does open. You're a strong man. It just
And
get in.
launch it. Yeah.
Nice.
And just as the man crests around the corner, and he notices
It's
the
like,
cloth
"Ooh."
on the floor, he's like, well, no, I guess you can see that he's looking at this side. And looks at the clothing line, and I guess you duck out of the way.
Yep.
What the hell? He's processing it in his mind. How did he get there? The window's open,
His clothes bunched up at one end.
and you see him turn around and run back.
Run.
Run. Fuck.
Oh no, you better get climbing quick.
You
So he saw
hear-
the window was open. Did he say?
Or you could just leave Tom.
He was looking. He looked at the clothing line, the clumped up clothing at the end where the window is open.
Okay. All right.
Right.
They don't know you're there. They're just like, it looks suspicious.
So in the room I'm in, is
it-
it empty?
What does Nina want to do?
Yeah.
I was wondering if it's worth me creating a distraction so he doesn't get back to the other guys.
Probably a good idea.
I will get.
whistle for clip clop.
I'm gonna point at my window and just like make this motion.
Wait, what is that? Jerking off?
No, like
Punching.
What are you doing?
Punching window, like.
Might escalate to a drama scene in a minute.
Wait, the window's open. What are you on about?
your side. Distraction.
There's no way the guy.
Yeah, I'll
I
do
don't know what
that.
you're going
You're
with.
yelling.
Yeah, I don't know what you're trying.
Distraction. Break a window.
No, I just get an animal.
Oh, okay, that'll do.
So I just get Tutu to fly and just start fucking pecking at his head and clawing him.
Okay.
Wow.
And feel free to roll me some dice. Do you have any sort of attack?
Handle an animal, which
Yes.
is 90%.
Let's do that. But I'm going to add
Yeah,
That's a 1.
that's one.
one of these.
Is there anything? Is there such thing as a crit in this game? Like rolling a 1 for
One is
example?
technically a crit. This
Yeah.
cockatiel swoops in, wings fly back so it becomes a bullet. Just right across his face.
Oh.
What's that?
my God.
The cockatoo that you watch where it's like, go fuck yourself, fuck off.
What?
Isn't there there was a cockatoo that you liked, like a Vine video.
It says
that you-
peekaboo.
Oh, that was-
Fucking go fuck yourself.
There's a crow that
parrot?
just,
You're thinking of
No,
roll.
there's a crow that
Probably.
says that.
oh, okay.
crow just walks up and just looks at the guy and says,
Fuck you.
Oh, man.
My bad thing now.
So does it like claw his eyeballs out?
It definitely
Fucking
cuts
dead by
across his
cockatoo.
face. He stumbles. He doesn't actually get to the second guard just yet, and he's now looking around trying to swat at the cockatiel.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
he can swarm around and constantly cause a distraction.
Okay. Trying to
I'm
think.
going to just do a roll for myself.
Okay.
He's like, "Goddamn cockatiel's ruining clothing lines!"
Oh, nice.
He's pretty dumb. He's like a dumb thug,
Yeah.
basically.
I'm bleeding, mate. Have you got any bandages or something?
I initially thought that someone had crawled through that window, but now I can tell it was a cockatiel.
It was a very bad roll. Oh my.
He's not
Wow.
the smartest
He's
tool in the TED.
Tool in the TED. All right. So I think you managed to get away thanks to cockatiel.
Not the
sharpest
It's a cockatoo, but okay.
Cockatoo.
Different bird, but okay.
Cockatoo.
Cockatoo and
Cockatoo
cockatiel.
saved Tagliatelle.
Yay!
All right.
They're so cute.
Let's go back to you. Oh,
So the room I'm in,
Tagliatelle.
is it empty, kind of like the room I was in before?
Right. So this room. Too many things. Move that out of the way. This room is, I think it's completely empty. It's dark, it's dingy, it's just full of storage and crap.
And it's third floor.
It's the top floor, yes, third floor.
Okay, and
There seems to be a staircase inside going down.
can I hear any noise down that staircase?
At the moment, you hear a couple of voices. One is raised, just like, look, it's not going to be long. We just got to keep this guy, bleed their family dry. We can use him as an hostage. Just keep him here for one more night. And honestly, you know, we're going to keep getting money from him, keep him secured in this safe house where he thinks he's safe. But really, just going to lock him in and keep him here until they pay for him back.
So we're
Booted.
taking a hostage off some hostage takers,
Yeah.
and he's not going to the race.
Sounds like they're going to not let him, yeah.
Do we have to break this guy out first and then take him as a hostage?
Yeah, we just break him out and not take him.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. All right, you're free now.
We're coming. We're gonna get you. Oh, we're gonna get you. You're a bad
take him to the
boy.
race.
You're a bad dog.
Like, just kidnap him, and they're like, oh no, but you got a race with him. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do that first.
You also hear the voice of like, look, you stick this out, I promise you, you're going to get something great out of this. You're going to get paid.
All right, so this is that.
Just keep an eye.
Leader.
This is Rutger Hauer.
Keep an eye on his bodyguard. Keep an eye on that one that keeps, outside the door. Adele. I know what they're up to.
So you're the only one that knows this
Yeah.
stuff, man. It's down to you, buddy. Just start
So-
fucking punching.
So are they like now leaving those guys, and it's just a one bodyguard?
Seems to have gone silent. There's some footsteps, but they just kind of. I think you hear someone, at least one person, on the floor below.
Okay, and this staircase heading downwards, is it like?
It's a double back one, so it's just a wah, wah.
Okay, so could I, in that case, stand behind somewhere so that? Oh no, that's dumb. Oh no, wait, yeah, stand over the bit where it goes up first and then round and then back up onto
You're right.
the floor.
The top
I want to
of
stand
the
above
mid
that,
part, midpoint.
and I'll make a bit of noise.
All right. What kind
So
of noise are you going to make?
I mean, I've got the break something thing.
You can. Yeah. What do you want to break?
I mean, is there just like it's empty room? I'll just punch through a wall.
Wow.
You hear some shuffling from the floor below. It's like, what the hell?
Friggin' wait
And
for
you hear
backup, man.
People running upstairs.
People running upstairs.
At least one set of footsteps clomping up.
Okay, and
You definitely see a blooded thug coming
he's
towards you.
He's coming. Oh, he's coming.
Coming up the stairs.
He's coming up the stairs, and I'm
Coming-
standing above him now.
Yes.
I want to, over the top of the stairs, land on this guy.
All right. So this is basically an attack.
Okay.
But I'm going to give you an advantage because you have the high ground, Anakin.
Wait.
So you get one of these.
Okay, so how does these work?
So again, same
You
thing.
get
You get a
success.
symbol.
If you get a boon,
You get
it
some
can give
cool
you something nice that happens.
So this doesn't count as slashing, striking, or stabbing someone.
I think this counts as striking someone.
It's a strike,
Yeah, like
yeah.
Oh, a strike,
jumping
yeah.
into the- What's your top skill?
90%.
Yeah, because this is what you do. You're a brawler.
I got 60 without the
Yeah,
advantage.
no special.
No special. So, yep, you leap with your huge girth.
I vault over, yeah.
You slam down onto him, making a horrendous noise. He crunches down onto the staircase, which is an awful thing to land on,
Yeah.
with a muffled cry.
Crunch, crunch.
You manage to
crunch.
suppress him. What are you doing?
He's still active. He's still going.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I want to just grab his head and just smash it into the staircase.
That's
Right,
not
knock
strike.
him out.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah. 16.
You smash the living crack. Crack.
Smash the crack out.
Smash the crack out of
That was his vice.
it. Blood starts pooling at the back of his head. And he's lying.
Oh my god.
Cool.
Definitely
Can I?
think you caused a lot of noise, though. The staircase is relatively hollow.
Yeah. Okay, so can I hear anyone else now?
Yes, you hear footsteps coming from the floor below again.
Okay, can I pick up that guy and just push him over, I guess, in between the staircase? of
You're
the
strong
two-
and heavy enough to do that.
That I just drop him down, he plummets down.
Oh, shit.
If he wasn't dead, he would.
Two floors.
Yeah, a heavy thud of like a body just rolling downstairs. Impact and roll.
I'm not quite sure what your plan
Then you hear like,
Yeah.
I don't know what's
send it everyone else.
While he's tumbling, I guess, can I now see, if I'm down the floor, can I now see the room that I guess he was in front of?
What, the second floor?
Yeah.
Below?
Oh, I guess no, I wasn't. I was on the halfway point, wasn't
Yeah.
I? Okay. I guess push him tumbling, just sort of follow him, kick him along, give him some momentum.
Okay,
And I
so
suppose
you head down to the second floor.
I'm now on the second floor,
Second floor,
Where they all drink.
where they all drink.
there's no one else there,
Okay.
Oh.
thankfully, but it's definitely lived in. There's just dirty mattresses on the floor, empty bottles. This is lived in by a gang, for sure. But you hear footsteps running up to be like, what the fuck is going on?
Okay.
And it
If
sounds
I-
like the voice from before.
If I enter that room, close the door behind me, could I push up a load of mattresses against that door? Am I, from when I was listening to them before, am I pretty sure they're on this floor? This guy that I'm looking for, Juniper.
The person that was speaking to another person, the person that you've thrown down the stairs, was only just leaving that floor and has now heard this noise
I see.
and is coming straight back.
And if I was to enter a door, that would be basically...
You'd meet at this point,
Okay.
I think,
Yeah.
because you're coming down the same amount of distance
Oh, I
as
see.
he's coming up. So you're going to meet.
Okay.
So should I quickly come
Yeah.
to his aid?
What do you like to do in this? While this is happening,
I will.
I'm me. So it's me, a tumbling guy.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm obviously hearing all of this shit. I'll,
Sit in the windows.
yeah.
The staircase has the windows.
I guess I will grab my whip and zip line.
Okay.
down
Oh, nice.
The
Give
clothes.
me one of your athletics checks, whatever that is.
What can I do? I'll just come back and clean this later. I'm gonna make this all okay.
Don't have
That's
an
gonna be my
athletic.
job.
Check. Wait.
Is there anything like acrobatics or anything like that? If not, is there anything else?
Oh, 50%.
No, you just gotta go for it, man.
If I'm using my
you can spend
will-
you can push your luck if you fail it. You can spend luck to succeed.
I mean, I guess kind of bugger it at this point to go through the
Yeah.
front door otherwise.
76. So what is it, 50%?
Yeah.
You need to spend 30 luck to succeed at this.
Well, 20.
And roll
No,
3
it's the
challenge
5
dice
to
as
six.
well
I
if
see.
you're going to do that.
Yeah, but that's if you're going to spend the luck.
You don't have to. You can fail it, and
If I drop to the floor, will I take any damage?
we'll see if
up
you
to him.
drop to the floor.
You might
Are you-
succeed, but you might like.
Are you going
But I
to
just failed.
Yeah, but failure doesn't always mean that like you fall to the floor. Failure can be
Okay, what if I don't want to spend any luck then?
then you
Do
fail.
I just still...
You just
No, you
fail.
don't roll it, you
fail.
fail.
You'd fail this roll.
And then
And
I'll
we'll
land
see
on...
what,
Then
see
you
what
don't know.
happens.
You'll see what happens.
Oh, okay. I'll
So
see what
do
happens.
you want to push your luck?
No.
All right. You put the cloth on. Whoosh, you're relatively light, and unfortunately, Tagliatelle caused a bit of a sag,
Whoa!
and you just stop in the middle,
Nice.
and you're now hanging there.
Anyway.
Cut back to you. Oh, you actually. What are you
Okay,
doing? You're leading
so-
this man away.
So I'm going to point him in the direction and be like,
You don't
"Go,
really
my
know what's
son."
happening.
I'm
You
just-
saw a man come along and get attacked by
Yeah,
cockatoo.
a cockatoo. I'm going to point this guy in the direction of the nearest church. My son, please, you need to make your own path.
Thank you, honestly.
Pat one. And then I turn back.
He sobs and walks.
like,
Okay.
wake my priestly dress up.
As you turn around,
Okay.
run back, you see the cockatoo cut across this guy's face,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like swatting at it. Damn birds, opening windows, ruining clotheslines.
And do I see friends say like,
And then you see the.
Hello.
Yep.
okay, so
just
this
before
is a
that,
crazy
it was also-
plan, right? But
do
I'm
have
not
a-
very good in combat.
Right.
Not good, but I've got one thing I'm thinking of trying. I have a large bag of cleaning supplies, which involves chemicals, and I am an alchemist because I can use alchemy. Can I rig a very basic explosive out of like the chemicals I have?
Absolutely.
And also, to try and get it, I want it to like.
God.
There's an ability I have that says during a scene you're in, I can choose a judge-controlled character to be someone you have bribed. The character must be a minion or background character, not pivotal to the scene. The character performs a minor task for you, such as unlocking a door, pointing out an undercover officer of the watch, ignoring a crime being witnessed, and exit the scene. They take no risk to their safety or freedom. But if they don't know that it's a risk to their safety, would this still work? Because I want to like grab a postman and be like, can you just go and take this to the door?
They don't know if it's explosive.
Oh my god.
Oh my, wow.
You monster.
In the great balancing.
If
There
you
are
want to
coins
do
on
that,
either side of the balance.
Oh.
to jury rig this explosive with your cleaning supplies, it's
Yeah.
going to be 3 challenge.
Yeah, I figured it would be pretty hard.
Just hoik back, open a briefcase, like,
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Would you mind, please, kindly, darling, going and taking that to those very lovely gentlemen by the door?
With no risk, you could spend your influence.
No, I'm going to do it with a risk. It's more fun.
Sure.
It's more fun!
oh, that's
I do, however, succeed.
indeed with 3.
3! It's alright, I'll deal with this later. Don't worry, I can clean this up later. It's
It's going to be
fine.
3 heat added to the pool at the end of this segment.
Or I could cut it in half, because, yeah, so.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm like, praise me, my son,
You
please.
see a mailman just walk along,
I'm like,
whistling to himself.
and I recognize him.
on the job.
I recognize him as obviously somebody who owes the church a favor. Young Delton. No. I'm afraid it is time, my son.
really?
Please.
I only did it once.
Those kind gentlemen by the door.
He's holding this fizzing, like his hand is shaking from the velocity.
Oh,
He just walks along. This guy is patching his face up. The other blooded man is just like soaking up the cut on the cockatoo. So I was like, mate, honestly, it won't stop bleeding. We'll get through this. We'll go home to our mums tonight. It'll be nice. You'll practice that nice and
I
good.
saved one soul. That condemns 3 more.
And then you just hear the fizzing just slowly fade into the distance as he steps up. Post is here!
Oh my god.
It explodes in a cacophony of chemicals. You hear horrible burning. It's the screams of anguish and agony of the post being delivered.
Oh my god.
It's fucking awful. They all just scream painfully to their deaths on the spot.
God.
The windows on the ground floor blow out from the impact.
Hi everybody. Welcome.
From the inside,
These guys.
just as that explosion is carried out, you are running down the stairs throwing a tumbling corpse.
Is the post is he alive?
Post.
I'm gonna go under the table for a minute so I can
Oh god, my stomach hurts so much.
You hear this huge explosion which stops both you and the person coming up the stairs in their tracks.
Oh god.
And you know that this man turns around, it's like, what the
Hell was that?
And he starts running back down.
So does he look like he has the plague?
You didn't actually get to see him.
Oh, okay.
Just as that explosion happens at the perfect moment, he turns around before he sees you and starts running to where the explosion occurred.
Nice. Well, in that case, I'll rush down and do what I originally said I was going to do and jump into that room and barricade it with the mattresses.
The second floor?
The second floor.
All right, you manage to do that. You take all the mattresses you can find and barricade it. Mark, Grace Goddard,
Holy servant of the Silver Judge.
Watching this cacophony, what are you doing? You see a female run out to check
Of the
what's
room.
going on.
Oh, run out from a nearby building.
She's got plated armor on. She's got a sword,
Oh, what?
Oh.
and she's looking around like, what the hell has happened?
I'm just, my goodness, some crazy young man ran up with some sort of explosive. I was preaching my sermon.
Who are you?
I'm,
What are you doing here?
I'm a member of the church.
And you just witnessed this explosion?
I'm shocked to my very core. My goodness, what a terrible situation.
Please give me a convince roll.
A lie to someone, perhaps?
Yes, but I would like-
Or convince someone. Which would you prefer?
Your choice.
Convince someone, because it's
But
higher.
I would like a drawback on that, please.
Yep.
Very
Sure.
conspicuous situation.
Sure thing. That's a 45, but add some more old heat to there. I was just about to call for the guards, but I was so overcome.
Do not call the guards.
Why
You do
ever
not know.
not?
This did not happen. I will cut you down where you stand if you speak a word of this.
You would not. I'm sure you wouldn't hurt a member of.
I care not of your religion.
Oh, very well. Well, I will
Please.
not speak a word.
Turn and walk away from the scene. You didn't see a thing.
Have I given enough chance for Firenze to do
Yeah,
something?
Okay.
she's still
Because
down.
that's the thing. I like. If
There's
she's
been-
free, if he's free, then I'll back off. But
There's been a huge amount of distraction here.
Okay.
For you to do this check again, to get across, I'm going to give you an advantage.
Oh,
instead of a
snap.
set.
Wait, so am I just going to be like wriggling?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I'm going to give you an advantage on this roll instead.
Nice. All right. So 50%. Come on.
can your rabbit help
Oh.
you? in some way?
39.
Yeah, 39.
I do it.
And a boon. And a boon.
A boom.
You start using momentum to swing yourself forward. You hear the creaking of the copper line.
Ting.
It snaps. You swing in a pendulum motion,
Nice.
and you smash through a window,
Nice.
landing on a man that was running down the stairs.
Hey. No.
You face plant onto the floor, and you actually skateboard, surf down to the bottom floor to a dull
Nice.
thud. And you're there. And he seems to be completely knocked out from that. However, you're now facing a corridor where there's a front door on the left-hand side, and a woman holding a sword.
Is there much of a front door?
Nothing much left of the front door. The remnants of a front door, and she's just you can hear her talking to someone,
Oh, I'm just backing off. I'll be like, you have not seen me.
but she turns around now and sees this.
Hi.
Who are you? What the hell is happening? We're under attack. Get out. You here for Lord Juniper? I will cut you where you stand.
I just
And we're going to escalate to a drama scene.
Right.
The judge gets to go first. That's me.
So Tash, so you don't fill out, by the way. If you want to jump in, although you're at a different
Yes.
scene,
So what you can do-
spend 20 luck.
20 luck.
I would say
Come
spend
in.
20 luck to join in. Because
Yeah.
this is gonna, this is, I think this is
I
it.
don't know. I've been
all kicking
enjoying
off.
watching.
It's all
I've been
kicking
so
off.
watching like what's happening. I'm
so-
just sat here like, oh my
Out of
god.
interest, I have lightning reflexes, so I can act before you.
Okay, perfect.
So it's
But
20,
am,
yeah?
am I
20
in the
luck.
drama? Like, how does the fight work?
It's now going to become turn-based. Turn-based.
Man, this
Based.
stream.
Yeah.
It's going to become turn-based. I am going to go, and then one of you goes, then I go, then one of you goes. It's basically like
Right, I see.
initiative, but you get to choose who goes when. But you're in the same room.
So I'm in the same area, I suppose. So
yeah,
then,
you're in the same building.
okay. So what can I do as an action in this fight? Can I literally just describe what I want to do?
Before that, you've spent your 20 luck.
Yeah.
How were you nearby?
You probably heard.
Well, I was on my way back
Mm-hmm.
from the course and everything, and obviously I knew they were roughly in that area, so I just thought I'd just drift past on a whim, and I heard the explosion and just died.
And you run in.
Yeah, I just
From the
heard the
side.
explosion and everything kicked in.
You
and
run
running.
past the adjacent street and you see Ferenzi swinging pendulum style, smashing into the window.
Right.
And that's where you come in. But
Okay.
what would you like to do?
So on this floor, I've entered this room. I've blocked it with a mattress.
Blocked it all up.
Can I see Juniper for starters?
Not on this floor.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Not on this floor.
Bugger.
So I can see the entire floor.
You've got this floor, which seems to be holed out by the blooded gang. It seems like that's where they sleep.
Crap! So I thought he was in this room, and I blocked the room specifically.
Third floor, second floor, ground floor.
We did say the ground floor was
And
Yeah.
I'm in the ground.
You just slid a man to the ground floor.
Can I get access to the fire escape staircase?
There's a window, yes.
I want to go through that, down the staircase,
Okay.
and then I guess I would be in a different area to these guys because you're at the front.
You're
I
gonna
would
be on the
around
opposite side.
I'm on the back, okay.
Yes.
Cool, and then I'll be on the floor. And I
It
guess that's
seems
what I'm
like
doing.
as you enter, this is about as much time as you get. There's a corridor that seems to skirt the entire perimeter. There seems to be a room within a room, basically, and you're at the back of it, and there's no doors at all.
Okay, fair enough.
It looks like you're going to have to go all the way around to the front to get anywhere.
Or break it. So there's no windows?
Not into the room within a room. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
You can get into the ground floor through a window from the staircase.
Yeah.
Just through a door.
Yeah.
And then there's a room within a room, but there's nothing at the back. It seems like it's steel reinforced as well.
Oh, okay. All right. I guess that's just what I've done then.
Okay.
Just on that floor.
Back to me.
Hi.
Comes at you and basically comes swinging. So she's basically going to attack you straight away. So I'm going to just do a roll. The longsword, 50%. 81%. She actually swings. You manage to duck out of the way with your athletic prowess. And she hits the steel corrugated wall. Ding! It looks like from this perspective that it's some sort of old butcher's. The room, you can see a massive door, which looks like some sort of freezer room, but it's not cold in any way. But it is
Probably got
locked.
him locked up in there.
It's slightly ajar because it looks like someone came out.
Oh.
And go back to one of you guys. Who wants to go next?
Well, I guess I'm going to attack. I mean, I've just
Yeah.
ducked out the way,
Duck
yeah.
that way. So you probably have a skill with a weapon of some kind.
So I've got my whip,
All
my
right.
horse's whip.
And a percentage to see if you can do it.
Do you have like an attacking skill, like strike someone, or
Yeah, I think
it might be in anything else?
Crack a whip.
65%.
Oh, 65.
Crack a
I'll
whip.
Hyper.
Crack that whip.
Licorice whip. You can whip it.
Bow, bow,
Bow, bow, bow, bow.
bow, 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 bow.
Crack it. Wait, no.
2.
Yeah, that's a
Right.
success.
So fine.
Does your whip
You
say
whip.
damage?
10 plus 10.
Plus 10.
Thank you.
So I think it's your roll plus 10, so it's like 12. I think that's how it works.
Oh.
Yes. So it's your roll plus 10. What is it? So
It
Two.
was 2 plus 10, so
So-
12.
okay.
I imagine
You
she's
whip
got
her.
100 luck.
You
Like,
cut her across the neck. She's like, ah,
What?
how dare you? And it comes back to me.
Oh yeah, it goes back to you.
And she's just gonna respond.
Does she just keep going then? It's not like
Damn you!
our turn. She keeps going in between our turns.
Yes, I basically get a go
Okay.
in between, I believe. So, She comes swinging at you again. 79 misses again.
Oh,
You're just too dexterous.
bitch.
She's got a big
Try.
two-handed longsword, and she's just like trying to hit you, but you're too nimble. You've learned from the animals. You're
I'm
just
just
doing
imagining
posing.
like James from Pokemon.
Nice.
Ooh.
Ching.
I
Okay.
want to do a hot fuzz.
Yeah.
My good daughter, please, this is not the... And then like Assassin's Creed, like a knife comes out. I'm like,
Nice.
ump your soul!
You run into the demolished doorway.
This isn't anything else for me, so...
Okay.
Ha! 58. Can I push luck on this?
I'm gonna say yes.
I'm going to push, because 10 luck will make it a 48, which is under 50, and then my dagger deals plus 10, so that'd be a 58 points, but I'll spend 10 luck to do it.
You run in, saying what you said.
Same way. Ump your soul!
You manage to stab her in the lower back between two plates in the spine. And she drops a sword and falls to her knees. Looks like her leg's completely crumpled. You might have severed some sort of nerve. And she's just like paralytic on the floor.
Can she speak, or is she like just...
Yeah, she's just in agony.
Okay.
And she's dropped a sword, and you just see the safe house door close and lock.
I'm just going to kick the sword to the side, away from her hands. Disgusting implement.
Don't you take him? We're gonna come out of drama now.
Okay.
So you can feel free to do whatever you like.
Sorry, Ted. You ran in there, just
Yeah,
little kicks
no,
off.
it's
You're just
fine,
like, oh, no,
it's
we're done
fine,
now.
it's fine.
I guess we're gonna go for the door.
We've got to get him out anyway.
You three deal with the door. Let me speak with this impure soul.
Well, hey, I can get people talking too.
Oh,
but then again,
well.
you've really, you've done a number on this one.
Also, I think that your strength may be required to get that door open.
Well,
Yeah, that's a fair point.
in that case, we'll head up to the door. It's locked.
Don't you touch him.
Now, I'm assuming you are speaking about dear Juniper.
Yes.
Who are you?
I am Adele, her bodyguard. His bodyguard. Been sworn to protect him.
By whom?
She might
The
be
family or
Yes.
himself?
Both.
Interesting.
Don't you lay a finger on him.
We are not here to hurt your precious boy. We've been requested to remove him from the city for fear of these killers.
We're trying to save him.
After he says, we're not here to hurt him, I'm like banging on the door like,
Let
you
me
get
in.
out here, I'll break your legs.
You just hear a
I'd rather not, thank you.
Now you have a choice here, my dear. You can either assist us in getting your boy out of that freezer where he will no doubt be an easy target for any who wish to kill him. Or you can assist us, get yourself some fine medical care, and we will keep your boy safe from his impending killers.
try and convince
Convince
Adele with a challenge because
someone.
that's a benefit she has.
Oh.
Challenge dice to any sort of convincing. Or coercion.
Luckily, I'm pretty goddamn convincing. Passed no challenge.
Nice.
Look, I'll be straight with you. Me and him have a relation, all right?
Ah.
It's not public. I don't want anything to happen to him. If you can promise me he'll be safe, I can give you the code lock.
We will, in fact, why don't, once we get you some attention, you can travel with him once we escort you both outside of the city and fulfill our agreements.
Man, I feel bad now.
So well and good, but we got an extra person to get out now.
Nah, that's fine.
And you now can't walk.
Ah,
You
yes.
monster.
I don't know, knowing you, you'd just probably, comes to it. One of them's getting out, one of them.
Oh yeah, no. If it comes to it, absolutely, we're getting... The Silver Judge has decreed that one will live.
So, remind me what you just said.
Basically, if you assist us, we could take you with us.
You've taken my legs, but I'll assist any way I can to help him.
All right, feel free. Tell us the code lock.
And she speaks the code lock. It seems to be some sort of mechanism where you do the numbers.
My dear friends.
Let me
This-
handle this with delicate fingers.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Button mashing. Well, no.
The safe house is a clockwork lock, an expensive piece of machinery that ensures that the door remains securely sealed, while also including a safety measure to let anyone unlock the mechanism from the inside. So she tells you the combination anyway, so it doesn't need to worry about it.
Yeah.
And you just unlock it. And it creaks open, and you see there a tall, gangly man with curly hair and a slightly slack jaw
Here's Forensic.
What have you done?
Little Juniper,
It's
we've
fine,
been
it's fine.
looking for you.
Kid, it's
Are
fine.
you going to kill me?
No, we're here to save you. Your dad sent us, all right? Chill.
Oh.
Get out of here. Let's get out of here. Sorry about your
Right.
bodyguard, by the way.
What happened? Adele!
Kind of chopped her legs off.
What?
She's fine though. She's fine.
Her legs have not been
He rushes
chopped
out.
off.
Adele! My love!
As he rushes past me, I'll like
My
grab him by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah.
No, you're not going anywhere. You're on the deck.
You are going to kill me.
Well,
Yeah.
we're not.
What?
My good friend Firenze, would your horse be willing to help this dear, sweet soul not pick Adele up?
Well, all right. As long as you can get a cloth to like cover up the blood. Don't want to ruin my poor horse now and stain it. Clip clop.
Tallulah,
Yeah.
you notice as all of this is going on,
Right.
potentially the explosion has caused some sort of attention. There seems to be City Watch
Right.
coming at you. At least 4 or
Can we
5.
see that? Can we all see that?
How many of us can fit on my horse?
Tallulah's the only one outside.
Let me deal with the crown.
Well,
You sure?
I could.
I mean,
Although, if you wish to help, if anybody wishes to remain behind,
They seem to be charging in as a unit to check out what the hell that
what are you
noise
going
was.
to do with that?
I've
charge me-
actually
oh,
got
okay.
I can just convince them to look away.
Oh, perfect. That sounds like a reasonable thing. Well, my dear Tagliatelle,
I'm like holding this guy and walking him through towards the City Watch, saying,
We'll give you any money you want.
"Hey, City Watch guys, you know, we got a word in with you. I'm from the family. You don't want to be looking around here. This is all family business. You get me?"
No, it looks like you just committed an illegal act. And you'll be coming with me.
Oh no, I won't. I
A hand
Throw
goes
away.
onto that guy's shoulder, and it seems to be an older man with like a grizzled beard, slightly like tanned face. Son, step aside. We're sorry, Mr. Tagliatelle.
Thank you very much.
Happening again. Let him fast,
Nice.
We
please.
go through.
your souls are truly saved this day.
If your cartel could clean up this mess so it doesn't come back on me.
Oh, allow me to take care of this problem.
Oh, good, a man in the cloth.
Woman of the cloth.
A woman of the silver judge. Very hard to tell, very ambiguous.
If we're finishing up, I am, because technically I wasn't the lead on that scene, I'm going to use my lead to clean up the mess, which means that we remove half of the heat from the previous scene. So from this scene, we just remove half the heat that we generated.
Amazing. Well, you've actually completed
just
the
completed
challenge
it.
straight away, a segment early,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is quite impressive.
Damn.
That
And
is
just
good.
in time!
Is it really?
I kind of wanted to use my
It's
suicide.
10 to 8.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Wow.
right. We did well.
That was actually ridiculous.
I'll spend the group influence to get a barge down the canal.
I'll-
We just leave the city like
I'll
that.
spend my influence to arrange a church, a summer fete in
Oh,
our
see, well, I'm going to spend mine to arrange an impromptu soiree.
There we go.
have a soiree, a church
what
fete.
do you want to do?
I was
yours on?
going to say what I might do is gain access to a safe house or tavern, so we just have some drink before we go.
You
There
do.
we go.
Hey!
All worked out in the end.
That's the
Have a
church
nice
fete
party.
and the sermon and all that.
As we
happens.
get a gondola
You're
down
just
the
in the
canal.
middle, holding this kidnapped boy.
Sweet
Using it as a
Delton,
distraction.
your soul has saved many others this day.
Poor Delton.
Perfect. And you go back to
It was one of the funniest mental images I've had in so long. I've not laughed that much. I've not laughed that much since the last time we played this with Wiggy and all of that stuff like that. Oh,
brings
man.
out the best.
This game brings out
Impromptu.
the nonsense.
Well, that was amazing. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Trott.
thank
Very
you.
good.
Should we
Well, I'd
see
like
if-
to thank Rodney Thompson for
and
Dusk City
Scratch
Outlaws.
Pad Publishing, I think, is the
Scratch
publishing
Pad
house.
Publishing.
Scratch
Please
Pad.
go Google it if you want to buy it. It's now available.
Yeah.
It's very good. Thanks, guys, for playing.
Really, really good game.
All right, and if-
the nice,
Problem.
to be a bit of a design idiot for a minute, the nice thing with this game is most of these guys have never played it or sat down. You can sit down, you can grab the character sheets, you can play it and have fun. There's a bunch of scenarios in the Silver Judge book.
I
And-
literally used the scenario in here and
Yep.
prepared half an hour before the stream.
I came in like 10 minutes prior to the stream. I
Yeah.
didn't have a character.
It
so-
is perfect
very
for
easy
one
to jump
shots.
in.
Like this is the kind of game where it's like, we got a bunch of people, we can't play our regular D&D game or whatever. Hey, let's play Dust Cities for a session, and you can do that. There is rules for campaign play if you want to like have
Yes,
like
if you want
advancement
to.
and stuff.
So, if you guys
Wow.
finish this, you'd gain XP for certain things. There's also like
Oh.
extra XP you can get. So, for example,
like
could have
favors.
dug deeper and found out that if you won the race, you would have got extra XP for your cartel, things like that. You could have done that switch at the carriages perfectly. So yeah, lots of cool things.
Nice.
Man. So just want to remind you guys, this is the last of the break period. Next Sunday is Campaign 2 Erois Episode 1.
Oh yeah.
So please tune in and tell everybody that it's happening.
Yeah.
We want there to be a big crowd to celebrate our start of the new campaign.
Yeah, make sure you retweet it, share it, post it on Reddit, anywhere you can. Just say to people, and the main message I really want people to kind of get across with Campaign 2 is you don't need to have seen any of the High Rollers stuff previously. This is a brand new world, it's a brand new story, brand new characters. If people have said like, oh, I'd like to watch High Rollers, but there's too much to catch up on, tell them now this is the perfect time. Watch live, Episode 1, next week. Do it, do it,
Yes,
do it.
and if you want some juicy info, we have 10 days countdown that's already happened. There's 2 released now, maybe 3 now.
3, 4.
It will be 4.
First one, technically, second one.
It's 7 days from now.
Oh, it's 4 now, yeah.
Yeah, 4 now.
So please check out our Twitter, High Rollers D&D, and it will also link you to our YouTube channel, which is brand new, and our Twitch channel, which is brand new. Follow all that stuff, subscribe to all that stuff, lap up our information that we're feeding you with videos, and we'll see you next Sunday.
Well, should we quickly check if there's any donations?
Yeah, let's
We've got
do
8
that.
minutes.
Is there any
We've got 8
donations?
minutes.
Any donations?
Find out from Steve!
Whoop. Oh,
Okay, fair enough.
Something just broke. So
Well, whilst that's going on, don't forget once again to subscribe to the new High Rollers YouTube channel. You can just go to youtube.com/HighRollersDND. We're also got a Twitch channel now, which will be used properly next week for the start of campaign 1
Get
and
some-
2.
And there's
We've
a
already-
lot of emotes on there.
Yeah,
If
we've
you
already
subscribe to
unlocked
that
a bunch of
channel-
them. What, 6 emotes, 7 emotes I think have been unlocked?
Yeah, 5 or 6.
So you can flaunt those in either Yogs chat or the High Rollers
Or High
chat.
Rollers
I
chat.
imagine there might be a few people already using them. If I was to check now, maybe.
Sure. Yeah, people are. Dunny Ken has just spammed a bunch of them.
Where's
Awesome.
the Napsneck? So we spam the
LFK,
Napsneck.
Napsneck is in there. Napsneck.
So there'll be some very bespoke custom High Rollers emotes for the streams, obviously,
Yes.
which won't be on the Yogscast one.
Also, let us know if you enjoyed this one, because, man, I'd like to play it again.
Yeah. We can play this again. This is a nice one-shot game.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. If there's ever downtime between the Erois campaign, I'm sure we'd like to stream this again.
Yeah,
Awesome.
for sure.
Cool.
Okay.
Right.
In that case, this is scrolled halfway. Is this the right starting point, Steve?
Yes. Sorry, Trott, do you want to go? Just read through them.
Caden's Corner, this is the best cheer up after I've been in hospital all day. So glad. I was home in time for this. Hope you're all doing well. P.S. Nina, the art you did for Trott's character is incredible. You're so talented. OMG. Always love your art, Nina.
Oh, thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Dancing
more
on Fire
coming.
did donate above, saying, quick question, will we be able to
can
donate
click
on the
them,
new
Steve.
Twitch channel? I believe that they will be able to donate from the new Twitch channel as well.
No, I don't think
We've not got a donation link, have we, up on that one yet?
No, I think it's only we figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
You'll
but
see
yeah.
next week.
Indeed. Nice.
Um,
That one there. Hatter Cat.
Oh, Hat to Cat. Yeah, Nina, you read this one.
Okay, so excited for next week, but mainly want to ask if Nina could say hello to my twins, Charlotte and Isabel. Hello, Charlotte and Isabel. They're huge fans. Mark knows them as the little girls who are obsessed with MLP playthrough on his channel.
They're the ones that call you Flower Lady.
Yes, they called me Flower Lady. And I'm
They
like,
had like cute flowers.
so
adorable.
wholesome.
Super cute.
Oh, hello. Adorable.
Draft day 41. Haha, Post is here. Was Delton the shortest lived named NPC in High Rollers history? Good one shot, guys. 12 out of 10.
Wow.
Jeff Goldblum's would watch again.
Oh,
Your
wow.
12 out of 10.
12.
Dishing out
12
gold.
Damn, I'm honoured.
Wow.
Holy crap.
Is that it? Thank you, Steve.
Yay.
It's a huge thanks to Tash, Nina,
Yes.
Tom and Mark.
Thank you very much
Happy
for
to
jumping
help.
for
in.
joining us. And join us next week as we're back in Erois, or start of Erois.
Start
Yeah.
of a
Erois
brand new
campaign
campaign.
2.
July 1st.
Be there, don't miss it. Tell your friends.
It's going to be the event of the century! We'll see you next week. Bye!
Bye, 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 bye.